Hey everybody, welcome back to the October Country Comics Podcast. Live in New Paltz at October Country Comics. It's Tuesday night.
Woo! Yeah. I don't have a soundboard to do.
I don't
like
know
an
what you were
applause or
doing.
something.
What was
Yeah.
that?
What?
So,
The drastic knob changing, because I forgot which one was his, and he was coming in really loud in my headphones, and I was like, I have to find it.
Doesn't he always?
Anyway, really, this coming from the person who literally says all they do is shriek in the microphone.
Well, now I don't have to worry about that. We have like professional grade microphones.
It's okay. It's still
We do.
You're still loud.
Whatever.
Anyway, so hey everybody, this is Devon, and Will and Steven are back, and we are welcoming a special guest, good friend of ours, Mr. Paul.
Hey, how's it going?
Good old Paul. I like how everybody's like, yeah, and then we get to Paul.
Yeah, and then like
What's up?
What's up?
we have to warm him up to it because he has to figure out how he's gonna function without swearing, which is what we all
I
do.
think I'll be all right.
That's right. I had to get used
I'm
to
a
that.
good boy. I'm
a-
a good boy.
When we started
Hey,
this,
listen.
I didn't say much because
Listen,
I was
you know
like
what?
half of my
Listen,
material.
let me tell you something. When Paul would see, I know Paul can do it. You know why? Because
scared.
when Paul used to work maintenance at Barnes & Noble and he used to dust, customers would fart in his face all the time, and he didn't kill them and curse at them. So I know Paul can do it.
Did you put pledge in their books? That's my question.
Paul's
No.
the man.
I just cleaned up vomit and poop, and just laughed and tried to enjoy myself. That's what I did.
What a time.
It's good. It's good to have fun at work, I guess.
Oh man! Listen, if we could tell the types of stories that we witnessed at Barnes & Noble on
I
this
was gonna
podcast.
say,
We're okay.
Oh,
We don't have to.
The three
No,
of us.
no,
the
yeah.
three of us
Let's
could
not-
do that.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
say
No,
This
we
is a
couldn't.
comic
lives.
podcast.
Yeah, it
we'll
is.
have a
Anyway.
throwback cast later.
Throwback.
Is that like when we're all individually popular? Is that what that is?
I don't know.
You mean when we all move on to the bigger, better podcast, and we have our own radio
I'm
show?
going to
separate
Sirius
podcasts.
XM. I already have like 6 contracts with them
Yeah.
working
Wow.
out.
Yeah. Oh, what happened? Did they promise you a mug?
We're on SoundCloud. That's right.
We
SoundCloud.
are on SoundCloud.
We're on SoundCloud, YouTube. Hey, listen, everybody, if you're listening, click those subscribe buttons and the notification buttons. And
Subscribe, like the podcast, share it with your
Share
friends,
it.
share it with your family, share it with everyone you know, everyone you used to know. Go every week when a new podcast comes out.
use our podcast to reconnect with lost loved ones.
Dig up a dead relative and show them the podcast.
Okay,
every
you're
week.
gonna have to edit that out. That's a little much.
Is it
It's
though?
dark.
That was,
I was
that was a
gonna
little
start-
dark.
I was gonna start.
I thought it was pretty good. I
Yeah,
thought it was
no,
pretty
I vote
good.
save
I
it.
say
You
save
say-
it.
You've been outvoted.
Yeah,
Wow.
you've been outvoted. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So we should probably get into it at
That
this
was a
point.
good banter.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So
pretty
good
good.
banter. It's always nice when there's banter. We usually have the best banter when you're here, Steve.
I know.
When you're here.
Good
It's-
3.5
I-
minutes of it.
Or
You know-
7.
You know
Some
what?
of them.
You know,
Some of the
sometimes-
earlier ones were pretty
sometimes,
rough.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. You know what? You're working your way up to that mug.
Am I though? I'm trying to create you a brand, and I can't.
Yeah?
You won't even
All
help
right.
me.
All right. So first up, we got the new releases. The big new releases for the week. First up, the biggest release, probably of this summer right now, is Fantastic Four #1.
what?
Returning after
Who are they?
Returning after
I'm
4 years
sorry.
away.
I've never heard of these people. The Fantastic What For?
Was that a singing group?
That's a really dumb name. All right. Fantastic Four, really? No, I'm not. I don't buy it.
Wow.
I wasn't going that
Anyway.
How
far.
far? I didn't know how far
far
we
are
were
we gonna
going
go
with
with
the
this?
bit.
I was really wondering how far you were going with this one.
The first family of Marvel, the comic book that pretty much debuted everything, that is still a major part of the mythos today.
Marvel's response to the Justice League being created?
What?
That would have been the Avengers.
Yeah.
No, the Fantastic Four came after the Justice League.
You sure
Paul,
about that?
your comments?
Either way, they're equally bad compared to the Justice League.
Compared to what?
Compared to the Justice League, both of them would be equally, whether it's the Avengers or Fantastic Four.
Equally bad compared to the Justice League?
Well, yeah, if you really think about it, the Justice League has way more people. It's just overall, better characters than just Fantastic Four or the Avengers. You have a guy with a bow. you know.
Yeah.
First
You
off,
just
Hawkeye
have-
wasn't even one of the
Oh.
original Avengers.
You
He was-
have
Yeah, but
have
still.
Green Arrow though.
Yeah, there's Green Arrow.
He's a reserve member
That's
actually.
a BS sentence that you've just said.
No, I don't agree with him being a reserve member.
Actually,
I don't
the writers
either.
of Green Arrow refusing to let him be a actual member of the Justice League.
No,
but
the best reserve member is Batman, considering he's one of the founding members of the Justice League.
What does he say in the animated show?
Oh,
if you need me, and you will. That's what
Even
he
though
says
he's
after the
in-
movie. I'm not joining you, but if you need me, and you will. That was my Kevin Conroy
Nice.
voice.
But if you need me,
So just your deep Steve
Yeah,
voice?
just my deep Steve voice.
That's it. But okay, anyway, so
Into the
Fantastic
news.
Four coming back this week. Number 1 premieres. We got Dan Slott's writing and Sarah Pacelli's drawing.
What's the store doing for this massive event, Devon?
when this comes out, it will have already happened.
Will it?
Yes.
Yeah,
these-
he's not getting this up.
No,
in
he's
time.
he's gonna get it up in time. Come on, Will.
What are you talking about? This comes out on Wednesday.
Yeah, and Devon's doing a midnight party Tuesday. You got a lot of work to do tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out on Wednesday still. When people are listening to this, it will have already happened.
We're doing a midnight release, some giveaways, some
That's what
raffles.
We already
It's-
did the midnight
yeah.
release, so again, giveaways, raffles. It was a lot of fun.
It
Anyway,
was a lot of
it's a
fun.
lot of
A
fun.
lot of people showed
You
up.
should have been there. That's right, you Ted.
Anyway, Ted.
I don't know. I was just picking
Who's
a
Ted?
I was picking a random name.
So anyway, so Dan Slott's gonna be writing it. From what Dan Slott's saying, he has a lot of. He's gonna be, he's combed through a lot of the Fantastic Four history to start talking about, to do a whole new story with these characters. Reed, Sue, basically the Richards family is finally returning from space, from wherever they've
Yeah,
been.
how long have they been out there?
It's
5 years?
3 years.
Is it 3?
Yeah, it's 3 or 4.
It's been a while.
They've been gone since
Yeah.
the end of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So yeah, so probably 3
A
or 4
minute.
Good
years.
hot minute.
A good hot minute. Long enough for Disney to get the rights back.
Yeah.
So
why.
so now we got, we're gonna be having the original 4 are back together finally. We're gonna be we talked about this on one of the previous podcasts. There's going to be a brand new villain getting introduced, who's going to be one of the main focal points of where Reed and Sue have been, what they've been doing for
Didn't
the last.
they ascend to become Celestials or something?
I thought they were
No.
fixing the universe.
Yeah, they were basically doing
Sewing.
like a Lost in Space kind of thing. They're off exploring the multiverse,
That's what they should
rebuilding
do.
rebuilding the multiverse.
Don't give me a nonsense about what they were doing. Don't give me backflashes or something like that. Give me a mini.
Backflashes?
Yeah,
Flashbacks, you
whatever.
mean?
Flashbacks.
No, but I think how about we get the regular book off the ground first and make sure that it's going to do what they're expecting before
I'm
we
pretty sure
before
it
we
is.
start doing a ton of other minis and such. So yeah, that's and Sarah Pacelli. I mean, she got a big, she's had a lot of fame from her Ultimate Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man arcs. So
And her work is really pretty. So
yeah, she does a great job. So I'm expecting there to be a lot of fun with this book. A lot of great stories. It's gonna be really nice to see Reed and Doom duke it out again. Those have always been fun stories.
Yeah, he's turning evil now, right?
Oh yeah, did
Is
they
he?
did
He's,
they make
back
Doom
to-
back to being full?
He's not
evil?
Invincible Iron Man, I believe, anymore.
Oh, that's that. That was actually a fun book.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe he went back to Latveria and was I'm crazy now. I'm back. Did you think that was gonna last forever?
I kinda
You're
wanted
dumb.
it. I
Well,
kinda
he
wanted-
sacrificed himself to help them. I forgot which characters he was working with, but he sacrificed himself. He wound up getting all messed up. It was at the end of when Tony Stark came back in Iron Man.
Oh,
He helps them bring Tony back, and he winds up getting all messed up again. So last we saw Doom, his face was all
they burned him again.
no, but they messed up his face.
They burned him again.
My
They didn't burn him.
My beautiful
He
Doom
he got all
face.
cut up. His face
Oh,
is
okay.
all jacked up again.
That's sad. Doom's
Uh,
pretty.
But yeah, Good. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it to see what they do.
Yeah, I mean it should be a real fun book.
Come to the store. Check it out. What are you doing? Come now as you're listening to this.
What if we're closed? Just break
Come
in?
tomorrow.
Don't
Come the next
promote
day.
that. Don't tell them to break into the
I
store.
wasn't. I was asking
wrong
Will
with
if that's what he wanted them
No.
to
You
do.
just go the next day. You can Google the hours of the store.
Yeah, you can show up during business hours.
11 to 7,
Why-
except for Sundays,
Why
11
do
to 5.
Steve, why do you always go to the worst possible scenario every time? If it's not, if it's not breaking and entering, it's someone's dying or,
I mean, technically, the death one was on me tonight.
yeah.
Yeah,
we're-
yeah.
That was
So-
I was the morbid one.
But prior to you, when we were going to get Dunkin' Donuts, I bluntly made the comment that if Pretty Woman had a sequel, they would have been divorced and she would have been back on the streets.
You gotta
Wow.
have hope. You gotta have hope.
Yeah,
Gotta
hope.
have hope.
You gotta have
All
hope.
right.
because
So,
you gotta have faith.
speaking of having hope, Catwoman 2 comes out this week, and let's just hope it's as good as the first issue.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard good things
Yeah,
from
you
you,
still
Steve.
haven't read it.
I have not.
It bothers me.
I
Yeah?
don't know.
The
I don't know
book
what to
or
tell
the
you,
fact that he
man.
hasn't read it?
The fact he hasn't read it.
Oh,
The book
okay.
is brilliant.
Catwoman's not a character that I look at and I'm like, man, that's a character I want to read about. Catwoman.
Well, you should,
So,
because it's
for-
amazing.
So for everyone out there,
It's Steve endorsed.
It's Steve endorsed.
Steve endorsed.
so that's that's like that's a pretty solid endorsement, I
It
guess.
is. Is it though?
Generally.
Sometimes, depending on what
oh.
the topic is.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I would say that your endorsements go pretty far.
Do they though?
I would say that
Annalisa told me that if you like it, it's either really good or
really bad.
yeah, that's true statement.
So come in and decide for yourself.
No, this is actually one of the books though, like that. Being a Catwoman fan from the '90s, I have not enjoyed a Catwoman book as much as this.
I feel like there
So-
haven't
Including
been many.
No, there
the,
has.
Have there?
Yeah,
including the 90s book?
yeah,
You enjoy this more than the 90s
Yes, I
book? Really?
yes, I do.
That's surprising. coming
Isn't it,
from
though?
you. It is very.
Mhm.
I don't know.
That-
Paul, how do you feel about the Catwoman book? Or I mean, the Catwoman in general.
She's all right. I'm fine with her. I read Catwoman When in Rome back in the day.
Oh,
and
that
that
was
was
such
pretty
a that was a
Great
great
book.
story.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. So if you're saying it's that good, I'm kind of excited to actually read it because I'm a fan overall. Like I don't hate her at all. Like I don't know. There's really no reason to. She's kind of a fun character. What was that?
That was just my notification.
Yeah, going
yeah.
in with Batman and everything. So we'll see what happens.
Well, so for everybody out there, it's I'm sure everyone's already read the news and they know all about where Catwoman is at this point in her life. She's there. The wedding was called off. Batman and Catwoman did not get married, and as of
Shocker.
Oh wait,
As
we're
of-
allowed to officially talk about that?
yes, we're talking about it now.
Well,
It's been
you
a
didn't
month.
even do a
been a
spoiler
month.
alert or anything. Like,
It's been a
geez,
month.
Devin.
It's been a
Well,
month.
well,
you know
well.
what? The New York Times spoiled
Yeah, I
it.
think it's
okay?
been spoiled
Yo,
already.
The New York
Yeah,
Times
it's
spoiled it
already-
Okay,
4
alright.
days before the book came out.
Well,
so
Who
this
reads
is-
the newspaper anymore,
Okay,
Devin?
all right. This is the thing though with this book. This is one of the beautiful parts about it for me is Selena's doing stupid stuff, stupid self-destructive stuff, knowing she's doing it and doesn't care. It's a very reckless Selena,
I
which for
fully
someone
support-
who's always been calculated.
can we also talk about her really weird costume? Yeah, like
the one Alfred sent her.
What was
Yeah,
she, why?
this-
What was she wearing?
It's like this
It's-
weird, like
Well, there's actually like a Catwoman BDSM statue that I think it's drawn from.
really.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
no, it's like a cat. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not.
no,
like, it's not like
no. It's
It's not like a Catwoman gimp suit or anything.
No.
It's like
No
but
ball
it's,
gag.
No, it's
Well,
weird. It's like
That's a
it
book
is
I'd
weird.
read.
it's.
That's a book Will would read.
That's a book I'd read.
Wow. Anyway, no. So it's an odd looking costume. It's not like a normal.
I'm just bummed out about the goggles.
Okay.
Like I'm
The
really
fact that
like
they're missing or the fact that they're there?
no, the fact that they're not there. She doesn't wear goggles, so she has like armpit flaps.
What?
Yeah, like literally, like there are triangles for her arms, and then she wants to be wearing biker gloves, but she's not wearing goggles.
She's
I don't
got
know,
the
this is-
Spider-Man like web thing.
No,
under-
literally,
between
she
her
it's
arms?
like a cutout, like it's her armpit.
oh, it's cut out.
Yeah.
Like the
Wait,
fabric's cut out and her
Yeah.
armpit is
Yeah, it's
and
like-
her armpit is
what a weird.
You know what? No, really, like the way that this costume looks, it's a weird like.
That's pretty funny.
Like, hey, this is like a runway model costume. Like, if you were gonna model this at like one of those real like artsy art kind of like model shows.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
like,
have to see a
and I
picture of
like
this.
I like
Yeah,
it in
so-
motion. Like, I like it when you see her moving and stuff, but when she's just posing, it's just a little weird.
Well, see, the
That's
thing was is when they
weirdly-
first
yeah.
debuted that costume, I thought that was gonna be the imposter.
That's what I thought too.
Because that's the other thing too, is that one of the main focuses of the book, and Paul, you might like this, is that
Wow.
she's going after people who are using a person who's using her name and her costume,
Okay.
saying that they're Catwoman, stealing things and doing all this stuff in her name, and now she's like, okay, well now I have to go clear my not great name.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, that yeah.
well,
that's been done a
it's
couple of
also
times.
not
That's pretty
just
cool.
one person.
So wait, what is this
Yeah,
outfit
but that
called?
was okay.
You get what I'm
yeah.
saying, though?
So Will,
That's not-
you're gonna add these pictures in the statue,
You want me to
and
send
you're
that to you?
and you're gonna add the
That's pretty great. Yeah, you got to
and put up the regular costume as well, because that's not the regular costume.
No, that's the
No.
statue. But the worst part about the statue too,
Yeah.
it has removable clothing.
Yeah, it does.
No, like
That's the-
literally,
that's
there are removable pieces
Yeah,
to
that's
the statue.
yeah, because a Japanese
Great.
man probably made
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yep.
He's not wrong. I'm sorry, he's not wrong.
Wait, I don't see any armpit play. Where is this happening?
This armpit play. What is the tactical advantage? I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
maybe it helps air out the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is a leather suit. You gotta
Yeah.
imagine it must get pretty raw in there.
I get it. The dark suits, like, they help in the nighttime, but, like, you're already fighting crime at night. What's the harm in having,
Well,
like,
it
she's
is
not a
light
crime
blue
fighter,
or
but
something?
but she's also not a crime fighter. She's supposed to
Yeah.
be a burglar. She's a cat burglar. Get
Yeah, I
it,
know, but
Catwoman?
it is a leather
Ah.
suit, so you got to
Yeah,
air
I
it
don't
out.
understand
If
the
anyone who's been to an anime convention, you know how leather smells with all the people in there.
Yeah, I do. Just read the Catwoman book. It's fun. It's pretty, and it still has those paper pages, not the super glossy ones.
the matte finish, the
Mhm,
non-gloss
the matte
paper,
finish.
which is great. DC, you are making examples for the other comic book companies. I hope
And
you're all listening.
If you find that you are liking the Catwoman book, read Joelle Jones's Lady Killer. It's amazing, and you have volumes 1 and 2, I believe.
Yeah, that was the Dark
Yeah.
Horse book.
That was her Dark Horse, so
series.
that's where she made it big.
Yeah.
So do that. Get
Um,
things done.
All right, next up on the list here is Red Hood and the Outlaws number 25. That's going to be a real big release this week. It's a milestone for the character, hitting issue 25 for his Rebirth series.
Wow.
And also, given all the fallout of the most recent story arc, Jason Todd is going to be coming to blows with Bruce Wayne over some
Over a death.
yeah,
Yeah,
over a death.
over a big Batman death.
some miscalculations and judgment on Jason's part.
Oh, my.
So as of right now, there was a big Batman villain looks to be dead, and Jason Todd is the person. Red Hood pulled the trigger. Not only did he pull the trigger, but he pulled the trigger on live television in front of a bunch of cops.
Wow.
So,
What a great idea.
as of right now, and as anyone else is concerned, Jason Todd is public enemy number 1, and Bruce is, at the end of last issue, has told everyone to stand down, and that Jason is his responsibility, and he's going to bring him in. And from what the issue sounds like from the solicits, Jason is going to get beat up pretty bad. Bruce is going to be, is going to be pulling no punches on this one.
I'm not surprised.
Since the book started, it's kind of been this.
Building up.
Yeah, it's been building up. But
Why did he pull the trigger on the villain?
Because the villain killed his father. Or so we think.
Okay.
so pretty much everything that went wrong with Jason Todd's life, essentially, he blames on this individual.
I will give one spoiler away. It is not the Joker.
Not the
I would
Joker.
imagine.
So if you're expecting it to be like a Joker and Jason story again, don't. Because it's not the Joker.
Of course not.
So
Then you know that the Joker wouldn't be dead.
Well, no. But there was, for what was it, New 52? Like they very blatantly are like everything that has ever been wrong with Jason was because the Joker plotted against him, and prior to the death, like it was part of like 0 Year, right?
Yeah, it
or
was
0 Hour or whatever
it was a
Snyder
really
nonsense.
phoned in issue because it was one of those things where you could tell Scott didn't want to write this issue.
Yeah.
It was part of it was Zero Month. It was when they did all the
Yeah.
Zero issues, and
No, not Zero. It was part of the. What was his storyline about the blackout in Gotham?
no, it wasn't Zero. It wasn't Zero Year.
It wasn't 0 Year.
It was remember the September where they did the Zero issues for all the books.
Yeah, you're right.
So they did a Zero issue and they explained how it was like this weird story where you found out Jason was basically manufactured by the Joker. The Joker ruined his life and somehow manipulated it so Batman would adopt him, and then he would kill Jason just to get at Batman, and it was all this big, huge ploy from the very beginning for the Joker. And if anyone knows the Joker, Paul, you're looking at me like with this look like, what are you talking about? Like, they did this?
Yeah, he's
No,
not wrong.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
was I. Reading
So was
it.
everyone reading it.
But now you know.
So yeah, so they,
Doo-doo-doo.
but they've kind of like scrapped most of New 52, so we're good. We're
Well, not
good
even
with it.
politely. They're just like,
Yeah.
we're not going to
They're
talk.
like we're just ignoring.
We're-
it.
I
we're-
just don't
we're
like
not
things
gonna
like
talk
that where they're
about
like,
it.
we're gonna put something that you don't know and behind the scenes, and we're gonna throw it out there now just to make it make sense.
We're
Like
not gonna
I just
talk
don't.
about it.
It just
So
it's-
retcons.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just
It's
hate
not where
retcons,
something
yeah.
building up
Well,
or you're trying to figure stuff out. It's just out
it
of
also,
nowhere.
but it also
It's-
depends on the retcon though.
Yeah, that's.
Doesn't
I guess
matter.
Like
that's
certainly,
true.
like listen, like the whole idea that the Joker's this big, huge mastermind who manipulated this poor life's kid just to mess with Batman. It's a little far fetched. It's a little
Poor
ridiculous.
kid's life.
Hey,
I don't know,
Jason
he's-
had a rough life.
No,
man.
you
done-
said
he's
you
done
said
some
poor
messed up
life's
stuff to
kid.
You did
Joker,
say poor
but-
life's kid.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Poor kid's life. Okay.
I mean, listen, it's hard being on the streets with all those homeless men.
Stop. Okay, we do not talk about Tony Daniel and what he did to Jason Todd. Stop.
Or
Don't you mean
Elmo.
with, don't you mean with the
Stop.
homeless people did to Jason?
Stop. Anyway, no, but yeah, no. So, but like I said, Paul, like some retcons are cool. I mean, all the Winter Soldier stuff was really good when you did all the stuff with Bucky. But yeah, no, there's other stuff that's kind of super annoying. Pretty much like how Scott Snyder is telling his current story arc of Justice League.
Ooh.
We'll get there. That's
Yeah, we'll-
actually in the podcast. I'll get to a nice point that I found in the most recent issue.
Oh,
Are you
also,
going to be able to censor like your real feelings?
also, hey,
Maybe.
you're like rubbing the mic on the.
That's true. I can
Oh.
hear it.
Yeah, you want to pull
That's
it.
what I was
There you
trying
go.
to do.
There you go. You're good. You're good now.
All this fancy technology.
Well, it's fancy new
So-
technology we got. We updated the setup, guys.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
That's
Uh,
why we sound so crisp.
Crisp. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, and real quick, and hey Will, you're gonna have fun because Paul doesn't know anything about the different the opposite of the Speed Force.
Don't.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
ruin
we'll
it
get
for
into
Paul.
Oh no, we're gonna.
He's
Paul-
not gonna read it. He's
No.
shaking his head
No,
already.
no,
No, no, I
no,
meant don't
we're
ruin
done.
it. Like,
We're gonna talk
don't
about when we
talk
get to
about
Justice
it. Let
Okay,
Paul like.
all right.
I wish we filmed it. Just showed one
Okay.
camera on Paul
Okay.
because
So,
Paul's
yeah,
reactions
so-
are pretty amazing.
So another, actually, a lot of the releases, the big releases this week are DC.
Wow.
Another
shut up.
another real big release this week is Sandman Universe #1, which is a complete relaunch for the Vertigo line.
Wow.
So
Now, is Gaiman writing the first issue, or is he like scripted it or plotted
he's plotted it. I know he's plotted it. He's overseeing most of the books involved, which this is a primer for all the other books. So think of it as like
it?
like
Rebirth.
yeah, think of it as like a Sandman Universe Rebirth or a Sandman Legacy,
Yeah.
something like that. And all the other books are going to be spinning out of it. So we have, there's a couple books coming out of it. The first book is going to be The Dreaming by Cy Spurrier. Hex Wives by Ben Blacker. We also have Books of Magic are returning by Kat Howard. And they're going to be launching a new Lucifer book by Dan Waters. So that's going to be... And I believe there's also a new House of Mystery book coming out, too.
I thought that they were doing one with his crazy sister, not Death, the other one. Lucid, I think is what her name is. I can't think of it.
Maybe she'll be a House of Mystery or
She
something.
might be House of Mystery.
I don't know enough about the Sandman
Mythos.
Pathenon to really tell you.
Oh, okay. It's one of those things that I've read most of Sandman.
Yeah.
At some point, I needed a break because it just gets too it just becomes too dense and too world building, like most of what Gaiman does.
Gay man. Ah. Fighter of the...
What the hell was
Straight
that?
What was that?
That was a Sunny reference.
That was the best thing to happen to this podcast. Is what that was.
Okay.
For all you It's Always Sunny fans, we see you.
Do we though?
No, we don't. We can't see you.
Um,
We had
Wild
to take a
card.
literal-
I can't.
Yeah. But no, listen. Like, I mean, I was gonna be real interested to see how this all goes.
Yeah.
I'm actually the biggest thing I'm excited for is that we recently had Hellblazer end for DC proper.
Oh, so you think
So,
it's going to go to Vertigo?
I really hope so, because if they're relaunching all the Vertigo titles and they're spinning it out of Sandman, Constantine played a big part
yeah,
in Sandman.
but who's did he?
Yeah.
I
He's
did
getting
not
a
know
new
that.
animated movie.
It's not. It's just the CW Seed show.
Is it?
Yeah, they did the same thing with Vixen.
Yeah, but Steve, that was the thing though. You know, early on in the
Sorry to burst that bubble.
I mean,
early on in the Sandman books, Constantine helps he helps Sandman. I forgot what he helped him with, but one of the big things that they did was
Because I know Etrigan helps them.
yeah, but you don't remember when Constantine
It's been a good
okay,
7-8
that's
years.
that's fine, but and he said and Sandman asks him what he wants in return, and he says, "I want to stop having nightmares about Newcastle."
Oh.
He
No,
goes,
I have no
he
idea
goes,
what you're talking
he's like, I already live the nightmare while I'm awake. I don't need to do it while I'm dreaming. And Sandman says he'll help him out with it.
that's nice of him.
Do you just a random this Sandman like rebirth quote unquote
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the character popping up in Metal, right?
I don't believe so.
Like I'm just wondering
I
how
kinda
that
hope
happened.
not.
That's what I'm worried about.
Did he show up in Metal?
Yeah, he did. First issue.
I
That's the
don't
only
remember.
reason why I bought the first
Oh
issue.
yeah, that's right.
And he,
I forgot.
Like the whole
Superman and Batman meet him. I think.
Yeah.
the whole third issue was him telling Batman and Superman the story of Metal.
Right. You
Which is
are
just
right.
weird.
And the Hawk people. Wasn't he the one telling them about the Hawk people too?
I think so.
It just
I
it didn't
also,
make sense.
I want to ask, how many people were there for the Newcastle incident? Because in the show, everybody he meets is like, man, Newcastle sucked. I was there. Am I right? And I'm like, weren't you all in like a bedroom trying to like perform an exorcism on this little girl or something? Like it was really weird. Or no, they were trying to summon a demon to scare the other demon away, but that demon took the little girl to hell. So
like you do.
like you do when you're
Yeah,
a demon.
no, it was there were a good amount of characters present for that. A lot of the early characters in the Hellblazer books were
The only one that sticks with him is Chaz or whatever. What's his name?
Chaz.
Yeah, it is Chaz. I
Yeah.
love Chaz. I loved him in the show. He was so cool.
But that's the thing. Like, so I mean that's one of my big hopes from the Sandman universe stuff, with them relaunching basically all of their old Vertigo titles, that we're going to get a Hellblazer book, and it's going to either answer questions that were left dangling at the end of the original series, or we're just going to kind of tell some more stories of when he while he was Hellblazer. But yeah, Sandman Universe comes out this week. Everyone, if you're a big Vertigo fan, Sandman, Neil Gaiman, or you have an affinity for any of the writers involved, definitely come check it out.
Super world building.
If you like
That's what I
that.
got. That's what it is. Like
Well, yeah, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of worlds they build with this new run. The final big release is going to be the return of the Supergirl comic with issue 21 this week.
hooray.
Wowee!
Really?
So I don't remember who the writer is. I only know is that
Mark Onyenko. I always pronounce his last name wrong. Andreyko.
Oh. Andriyenko or
Yeah, I always pronounce it wrong.
Yeah.
But he's a fantastic writer.
So yeah, no, he's a good writer, and he was handpicked by Bendis to take over Supergirl. Anyone who read Man of Steel, or whoever hasn't, basically Supergirl is on a quest through space right now to find out if the character who showed up saying he destroyed Krypton is really who he says he is.
It's me, Retcon Man. There's
Oh,
another one of your
no.
retcons.
We have to stop
well,
him.
how many? I mean, we talked about this in the one podcast. How many times have they retconned what happened to Krypton?
The literal personification of a retcon. That is what that
Is
guy
Krypton?
is. As
No,
a retcon. No,
this-
retcon. He's
this book
literally
is-
a retcon.
This book is going to be fun. You know, it's a guy who really does pretty amazing writing, like fun women. Manhunter he wrote as well. Kate Spade, I think, is what her name was.
Well, he also
yeah,
and,
that was a brilliant book.
and he also wrote the Death of Hawkman recently too. When
Yes, he did.
when Rebirth happened.
He also wrote, if you're looking for a really bad guilty pleasure, Chastity by Dynamite. He wrote that Chaos character for a miniseries, and it was a lot of fun.
Was it Dynamite at the time, or was it still Chaos Comics?
Nope, it was Dynamite
Yeah?
with Chaos's logo.
Dynamite. Dynamite.
So
Actually,
yeah, so
when I see him at Baltimore, he's signing my first issue of that.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Tim Seeley did the cover, and I think I have Tim Seeley signing that signed that cover already.
So yeah, so everyone who's out there who is if you're a big
the
Supergirl
guy?
fan or
Everybody who's somebody.
yeah.
What is going on with you tonight?
You're like
I
you're
don't
like
know.
trying to talk in like weird like
Cryptic.
positive like lingo. Like I don't know what
Oh
you're
my
what
God!
you're doing.
Stop being so self-aware, Will.
So we have so Supergirl is gonna be it should be a fun book. We're hopefully
and Terry
gonna
Dotson and his wife are doing the cover for it,
Oh,
yes
cool.
they are.
and I do love me the Dotsons.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's out on the shelves this week. If you're looking for a good, fun space story with a super character, this is the book for you.
Yeah.
That's all we got for new releases, guys.
I don't know. You were looking at me like I should have said something, so I was like, yeah. Why not? Check it out.
I don't know if it's ever safe for you to say anything.
No.
You weirdo.
Yeah.
You know, last time we let you say something, you were sitting there going about how much you loved the torture scene for Casino Royale.
That was, oh my God, I was...
That was unsettling.
Stop. Do you know the worst part about that?
You watched it the other day?
No, I was watching I was listening to the podcast before I started work.
Yeah.
And my manager came up to me, knocked on my window, and was like, okay, so I'm going in to do opening procedures, such and such other things happen. And then literally he's like, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, you have to call the cops. And I'm like, okay. And then literally the next line out of my phone's mouth is Will talking about the crushing ball scene from Casino Royale.
Nice.
Which was a really awkward thing for me to have to then tell my manager.
I mean, hey, how was I
sorry,
supposed to know?
I do a podcast. Also, Sean, if you ever listen, hey there.
Did you promote it to your bank?
Yes,
Were
I
you
did,
like, hey?
actually. I did.
He's
Sean.
been handing out flyers to his customers. He's not supposed to, but he does it anyway.
No, I didn't. Now, watch
No,
them
yeah,
listen.
That's pretty
Yeah.
great.
Now he's fired.
Devon.
Steve no longer
Seriously.
has a job.
Wow, you just went for the complete negative this time, Paul.
I did it.
Hey,
too.
I'm sitting right next to
I
him.
guess-
It just
I guess-
rubs
It
off.
just
you know
rubs
what?
right
I
off.
guess,
you know?
I
The
guess you
aura.
owed him one. You owed him one from a couple months back.
Yeah.
It wasn't a couple months. It was like a couple years.
No,
it was like
it was
2
like-
years.
Yeah, it's like
A
a
year.
It's a
A
year.
year.
Yeah, a year ago.
Whatever. More than a couple months.
I died in a plane crash.
I never said that. I said you were to go missing in Texas. Get it right.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Anyway, so guys, we got some pretty cool things up on the news slot today.
Oh, wow.
Pretty cool thing of things.
Go
So
on,
the
tell me more.
first thing that's up here, real big piece of news, real crazy.
Say it. I want to hear you say it slowly into the
Oh
microphone,
my
Devon.
God.
It,
Slowly.
it was
Lick your lips while you
it
do
was a very surprising thing that happened over the weekend. Fans of the franchise,
Will, you gonna be all right?
are gonna
I'm like gyrating.
They're
What?
they're excited.
For
So
Will's gyration.
yes. No, they're not excited for that. They are, however, excited for the fact that Patrick Stewart.
Who?
The bald man.
Oh, okay.
The bald guy from Star Trek.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bald-
Patrick
man.
Stewart is returning to the role of
Obi-Wan?
Captain Luke Picard.
Oh my God. You did not say that.
You really
You
didn't.
did not do that on purpose. You did that on purpose.
Yeah,
did.
that was a
Oh my
really
God.
like.
Oh, you
Like
scared
I'm not
me.
even as big a Star Trek fan, and I got personally offended.
You scared me.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard
Yeah.
is returning for
I'm
a
gonna turn
brand new
my-
Star Trek series.
I'm gonna turn my mic down a little bit because I was like screaming into it. Yeah.
Is
Yes,
returning.
Queen.
He's returning for a brand new Star Trek series that's only going to be on CBS Access.
Is he
So
gonna wait? Is he gonna?
enjoy.
Is he coming back as Picard?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
His
I just
exact-
said.
his
I
exact-
literally just said that. What is wrong with you?
His
I wasn't
exact
paying
words when going up on stage, because nobody knew in the con. He was not announced to be there.
What
Nobody
con
knew
was
he was
it?
supposed to. The Star Trek con in Las Vegas.
Do they still have the Star Trek casino?
I'm not aware.
I have a Deep Space Nine bear somewhere tucked away.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he was cute.
But
It's
I
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
he that's nice. That's real cute. But he came up because oh crap,
Sound
the
it
guy
out.
who runs the shows came up and he's like, yeah, we're making a new show, another show for All Access. By the way, I don't watch All Access because I'm not paying like $5.99 a month for one
I thought it was
show.
more. Wait till
all
it
I'm
comes out
saying,
on DVD because The Good Wife already came out.
I'll probably do that.
The Good Wife was already previously a
I'm
regular
sorry.
show.
No,
Yeah.
The Good Fight. I always get them
Oh.
confused. The Good Fight is the spin-off off
What?
The Good Wife.
Even Paul's broken right
No,
now.
I'm
He
not.
doesn't
I'm
even
literally
know
not making that up.
How do you mix up the Good Wife and the Good Fight?
How do I mix it up? Because I don't care about it. That's how.
Nice.
Both of them
Paul,
are
how
useless.
do you feel about this?
I feel wonderful.
Glad that you were here for it to witness it.
All right, so he
But
came up.
yeah,
He came up on stage.
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, we're doing. I have a friend here who wants to talk about it. Hold on, and then just Patrick Stewart walks out, and everybody just goes nuts. And he's like, "Hey, really excited to be back. By the way, Jean-Luc Picard coming back in the show. He's the main character. You're gonna find out what happened to him after." What was the last one?
Nemesis?
Nemesis, yeah. He's like,
Didn't,
you're gonna find
his
out.
cloned son try to kill him?
There's a yes, played by Tom Hardy.
Oh my God, you're right. It was Tom Hardy.
It was.
Oh, I need to
But
buy that movie now.
there is a rumor that it will be, because there was a rumor for a while as to whether or not it was going to be a Starfleet Academy show, and somehow Picard was going to be involved with it,
The
and he might
president.
be like the president of the.
Of the Academy.
So I'm excited to see. It's
feel
not
like if
exactly what I'm looking forward to. I'm just looking forward to another. I mean, that's just guilty pleasure though of another space adventure where Picard's like, I'm too old for this.
Make it
But I'm
so."
Picard, so it's cool. But yeah, whatever they do with him. I mean, Picard's one of my favorite characters, just because he's Picard.
Listen,
Do you think they're going to address what happened to his brother and his nephew and
His brother?
his entire family?
When they murdered his
Don't they
entire
die?
family off
Yeah,
screen in
off
the
screen.
worst
Yeah.
movie,
What movie was it?
Generations.
So they killed Kirk and
think I remember
Picard's
that.
family in Generations.
Nothing happens. It's one of the crossover movies that
That's
I hate
right.
because don't make a crossover movie and then not make them cross over, actually meet each other until like halfway into the third act of your movie. They don't actually they're not on screen together for the majority of the movie. And the only people that meet are Kirk and Picard. And while that's cool because they're like the main characters of their show, they also don't meet for the majority of the movie. For the majority of the movie, everyone thinks Kirk is dead. And they're just like, yeah, they offhandedly
been-
go, hey, this is exactly like what happened that time Kirk died. Anyway, let's get back to our mission.
In Generations, hasn't it been like 100 years since Kirk died?
Less than 75 because the because it's when season 3 ends, 75 years later Next Gen picks up, so probably around like 75 the number range, so it's 70 something.
If it's 75 from the end of season 3,
but
then you also have the 20 years in between.
all the movies,
Yeah, so
and
it's-
then
so
but
it's-
also the 7 years of Next Gen, and then the 2 years that it took to make that movie. So
Okay.
yeah, it rounds out to about 75 years.
All right.
But I mean, why? It's just bottom line. That was a horrible movie, but probably the worst. Debatable with the motion picture, but it was just like I'm excited to see Picard coming back. To be honest, because he's kind of the Batman of Star Trek. Like he's badass. He's smart. He can kick probably any alien's ass that's come on screen that we've seen thus far. I mean, it's kind of that.
you
where
good?
he's kind of like the unbeatable character.
I want to know if they're gonna. First of all, I'm questioning one thing you said, but first I just want to know: are they gonna bring back like whiskey-soaked William Riker? Because let's be real, that's all he's doing right now.
No,
He's
he's actually
listening-
directing a lot, especially the
Is
Star
he?
Trek and the Orville episodes.
Oh wow, really? I didn't know he was doing.
He likes to do behind the scenes stuff. They actually pitched him and I
love him.
Oh God, Marina, whoever plays Counselor Troy,
Yes.
I forget her last name. I'm sorry, but they pitched a show about Riker and Deanna after Next Gen, and it was them running around, and I think Worf was there for a little while, which I feel like would be awkward because
Considering
in
that's his
season
real
7, Worf dated her for like a little while.
I also, just because you all left me you left everything very open for this. Do you guys know who Riker's wife is in real life?
No.
Jeannie Francis, one half of Luke and Laura from General Hospital.
Oh,
You're
nice.
welcome. You're
Nice.
welcome.
Nice.
Every episode
Every
is a soap
episode, I will
opera.
find a
Awesome.
way to bring up a soap opera. That is a promise.
I thought you were gonna say General Hospital because I was gonna be like, you
It's-
brought a soap opera
No,
up
see,
last time.
What's gonna be real great is when it starts getting real hard for him to do it. He has to start doing like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Oh my god.
And just
it's not gonna,
just
it's
to
not
get,
gonna get
just
hard.
to get it
Devin.
back to like a soap opera.
No, it will not be hard for me to figure this stuff out.
There's this great video
You're
by
welcome.
a YouTuber named Jax Films, and he asks his audience to say anything, like bring up anything, any subject, any comic book, any movie, any TV show, or any like word. He just anything media related, and he brings it back to Shrek in like a certain amount of steps. So it was pretty great. But yes, Jean-Luc Picard coming back. Let's go. I'm excited. Whatever it is, go for it. Even if it's bad, it's gonna be good. I'm ready.
I don't know. I'd rather have Captain Kirk back personally.
You want
God, no.
Bill Shatner to show up?
It's Will Shatner.
Some people call him Bill.
Listen,
I've heard people call him Bill, and I've heard people call him William.
That's what
I've
I
heard
meant to say
nobody
was
say
William.
Will.
all I have to say is
I just like how you guys are talking to him like you know him on a personal level.
I actually
Like-
have tea and crumpets with Jean-Luc Picard every Thursday.
His name is Patrick Stewart.
His name is Charles Xavier. You're welcome.
That's a podcast. Better as Xavier or Picard?
Oh my God, Xavier.
So
Yeah, Picard. Let's go.
so the second best captain in Star Trek is coming back for his own show.
Debatable.
Nah, no, come on, man.
No.
Captain Kirk is the best captain in Star Trek.
No, he is not.
Yes,
It's
he is.
actually scientifically, they did the percentages.
It's scientifically
to serve
proven.
under scientific mathematically, it is the most dangerous ship to serve on if you're serving under Kirk. Kirk
Me and
is the
Paul
most
are just
lethal.
sitting here looking at each other
Kirk
like,
is
what
the
the
most
hell?
lethal captain. He would get you killed in an instant. He
Is
would either
he,
kill
though?
you or
Is
have
The,
special
no,
relations
no,
with
the
you.
most lethal captain. Janeway did not put her screw first. She chose an alien race, sent them like all the way across the galaxy. How many of them died? My real question is, besides the fact that I love me some Janeway, like how was there not a mutiny on that ship earlier that succeeded?
I believe she's the second most lethal, but not the first. I think she either ties with Kirk or she's right under Kirk. But Kirk
Hold
is
on,
the most
wait.
lethal.
Stop for a second. You also have to remember,
Are you
though.
saying a woman can't be lethal, Devon?
No, I'm saying absolutely she could be. You know what? She should be. She should pioneer that. The most lethal woman captain
Picard
in
is
Star
in the
Trek.
I think
galaxy.
Picard was the safest, technically.
Yeah, because he was a company man. He was a pencil pusher. He didn't do anything.
Oh, well, that's
He
actually
played by the rules.
No, hold on. I
But
do
except
actually
when
want
he
to bring
didn't.
that point up. You were like, he goes out on his own and does everything. No, he doesn't. He had Riker. Riker did everything for him. At
He-
least to Devon's defense.
including the Riker maneuver.
To Devon's defense. At least Shatner got off the chair and went down to the ship,
And-
other than when something
and
happened.
went
There
on the
was
missions.
literally
Yeah,
a
and-
rule established in the continuity and the show where they're like, you can't leave the chair.
Like, listen,
And,
I
and
prefer...
then
and
he
you know what?
would.
And
I
From
prefer-
time
okay,
to time,
but
he
you know
would
what?
leave the
But you know what?
chair.
And you know why that was written in there? That was written in there because Patrick Stewart didn't want to do anything on that show originally. He was almost written off in the season finale
He
of
was.
season 3.
He was almost written off. That's the season
Why?
when they make him
What are you
Borg,
talking
right?
about?
Because
That's the season where they make him a Borg.
yeah, the episode where the first part of the first part of the two-parter where he becomes a Borg,
Yeah.
that was the episode they wrote for him to be written off the show. Because he didn't like being on the show and there were so many problems that they said, "Okay, we've given you an out. You at the end of this
This is the first time I'm hearing about
No,
this.
I've heard
Oh,
it
yeah.
too.
Yeah. So when part 2, which was the season premiere of season 4, they were gonna like kill him off screen. He was just gonna become an assimilated Borg, and that was gonna be the end of it. They were gonna get a new captain,
Yeah.
and then they wound up.
That would have
working-
been dumb.
That would never last. It would never.
That would have
last.
killed the show
No,
super
that being
hard.
said, I do agree with Will. I like Picard better. However, Kirk did get his hands dirty more often, other than when it was like
Hey, Kirk.
important.
Kirk fought Khan. All right, that's
Bully
it.
him.
You want to talk about captains who got their hands dirty? Cisco did some really shady
Cisco
stuff.
did do some shady stuff.
You
I
want to
will
see
give
the
no-
shady side of the Federation? Watch
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
Holy
watch
crap.
Cisco and the
Or
Romulans.
if you want to watch a better version of Deep Space Nine, just watch Babylon 5.
Again, debatable. Whatever.
It's cute. Your opinion's wrong.
It's okay to be wrong. But
Yeah,
moving
Kirk.
on. Paul,
yeah.
you haven't said anything.
Well, it's kind of hard with these
You just
you
gotta
guys.
talk into it.
Well, I don't. First of all, I don't give a crap about Star Trek, like at all. So I was just watching you people get so upset, and it was hilarious.
We're literally just sitting
Yeah.
here like, my action figure's better than your
yeah,
action
no,
figure.
yeah, that was pretty much.
Next topic. What
Next
do we got
topic
going on
is
here?
actually a bit of a controversial topic here. DC recently solicited a hardcover of an old Captain Marvel Shazam story. It was called the Monster Society of Evil. It was solicited in last month's previews as a hardcover. Hasn't been published in since the 40s, I believe, 30s or 40s.
Oh my.
A lot of fans were really excited for it to finally see it in print.
The light of day.
But they just recently announced that they're canceling it because of unflattering depictions of African American people in the comic.
Well,
if that's the case, I'm not surprised they
No.
canceled it.
but my
I'm
question,
surprised they would have okayed it in the first place. But
Why?
why back
Like,
in the
so-
day?
like,
if they
Seriously.
no, not back in the day, but now
Oh.
No.
to solicit it and then go back through it and be like, wait,
Better
never
not.
mind.
Yeah, but still, like that's it, you're trying to erase history that exists.
Well, this is
That's the thing.
I don't think you're trying to. No, it's there.
me.
I just don't think they're trying to glorify it by
But they're not.
republishing
But they're
it.
not trying to. But they're
Well-
making a bigger deal of that in the book. That's probably not a main factor of the book. It's
No.
probably a minute part of it.
My also follow up to that is okay. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so where do you kind of draw the line? Like, is Disney gonna not show Dumbo anymore or re-release Dumbo? Because the Crows
the
and
Crows?
Dumbo.
Yeah, I mean,
The
one of them is
Crows and
called
Double.
Jim Crow.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
I-
at what point are you going to like, listen, it happened. It sucks.
Yeah.
But
Why
by
are-
washing it away or pretending like it never happened?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. There's no point in pretending it didn't
Yeah.
happen. If anything, we should be embracing the fact that it happened so people can see what things were like back
Like,
then.
just a shout out for Kyle, who's not here with us but probably listening at some point. The minute that they put the Punisher storyline, where him and Luke Cage team up and Punisher's skin gets replaced with that of an African American man, I'm buying that. That's gonna be the best thing ever.
I think it's already been
That's so
reprinted
dumb.
recently.
Has it?
I think it's been reprinted in one of
That's
the big collections recently.
Beautiful. How has no one complained about that yet?
Who
That is
knows, man?
such
But
a-
Kyle, we're thinking of you tonight.
but no,
Who
but
was like, yeah,
That's a
that's
good
it.
But
idea.
no, but you know what? And here's
Brain
the thing,
power.
though. We've reprinted all of the original
Yeah.
Will Eisner Spirit stuff.
Yeah.
And the original Spirit stuff had I don't remember what was his sidekick's name,
I don't remember.
but he was drawn in
Yeah.
a non-flattering, derogatory African American way from back then. Same thing with one of Green Lantern's big supporting cast members.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
but
were
when,
so excited.
yeah, but when
about
was
this.
this done? Like now at this time period, people are being way too careful, when it comes to stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
But
they're
it's-
not.
but they're
it's
not
a different
do-
time now.
but
than
it's
it
not
It
a
was.
goes
new-
best
it's not
to
a new
the. It
book,
goes
though.
back
Yeah,
to the
it's-
what's best for business.
Yeah, yeah.
At this point,
yeah,
with the
now
current
it's-
majority
well,
of
yeah.
people
This
that
is-
are into this stuff being so sensitive,
Well, this is
Yeah,
it's logical
it's-
that they would.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know
it
what?
makes
That's
sense.
the big problem. Why are we catering to sensitivity?
Well, hold on though. This is my
It
other thing.
shouldn't be.
This is my other thing. You don't see Watchmen being pulled off the shelf.
Not at all, because of
Watch-
its influential.
But that's what I mean. Watchmen had racist undertones and it had homophobic undertones.
But
You
that
don't
was
see that
that
getting
was
pulled
more
off the
along
shelf.
the line. Wasn't it more along the lines of being there on purpose? For
No,
the,
they
for
were
the,
literally
for the points
throwaway
of the story.
characters. They were literally throwaway characters.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean,
So
but
don't
here,
don't give me that we're worried about offending people's feelings, because if that was the case, Watchmen wouldn't be in print anymore. And
Watchmen,
Alan
Dark
Moore-
Knight Returns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Alan
that-
Moore
no,
would
yeah, that's
finally
true.
get
But,
his,
That's
his
true.
wish.
we can't sit here and say,
No,
oh,
yeah, it's just you understand why they're doing it, but yeah, it doesn't mean that they should be doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but
it's
the-
just you.
no,
you have to
I understand why they're doing
I
it,
do
but at the
too,
same time,
but
but it's like
pick and
this.
don't
You
pick and choose
can't-
your battle.
you
No,
can't
yeah,
sit
exactly.
here-
Okay, yeah.
That's like all of a sudden sitting there like if let's take for example the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn
Yeah.
or Tom Sawyer. It's like
No, yeah,
we
yeah,
can't.
it's
We're gonna
true.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
I got what
erase.
you're saying.
There at that time, that's how people talked. That's how people talked to one another.
I mean-
and at that time, it wasn't a big deal. So to see that type of language and to see how people treated each other,
Mm-hmm.
that's an important thing. To pretend like it didn't happen or
Why?
or to
Why are you even
or to
bothering?
ignore that it happened is actually worse.
Like-
It's just as bad as doing a banned book list. I mean,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
I mean, they remember they tried to put To Kill a Mockingbird
Yep.
on the banned book list.
I was actually going to bring that
I
up,
remember that.
and I don't know about
Well,
everyone
this
else.
is the banned book list. I mean, that's before even our time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like
I don't
back
know.
in like the 50s.
I don't know if anyone here remembers them, but do you remember like the New York State history test that you had to do, where you had to like analyze, like critically analyze like a piece of like I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I know what you're
You know what I'm talking about?
It
Like
was
the
picture,
document.
Yeah,
it was the
yeah,
picture.
Yeah.
Like I'm wondering nowadays, because mine was a wanted poster for a slave. Do they still do that, or is that deemed insensitive right now?
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
That's
you know,
what that I'm wondering. Where do you draw the line?
and that's the thing. We're living in an age of censorship where that's the big question. Where do you draw the line? Where
Yeah, well, that's the scary part, and why companies don't want to take the chance, because that's different with everyone.
But you
And
know
yeah,
what?
should they? No, we all can, for the most part, we all agree that they shouldn't
Yeah.
do that. But that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
They don't know where the line is, and they know at some point it's gonna upset
But,
someone.
you know, my-
so it's easier. It's just easy not to do it. Like,
Yeah,
is
the
it the
easiest-
right thing? No,
No.
but is it?
The
It's
easier.
the easiest thing, and they know that they're not gonna
It's
get any
literally
backlash.
an allegory for it. Would be like the safest way to not catch STDs is to just not have sex.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
safest way to avoid it is to just not do it at all.
That's-
yeah, but
that's
here,
my
it
mind.
but
doesn't
here you go.
exist,
But you
you
know
know?
what?
It's
But
like-
here-
it's like
hold
an
on.
old
But you
school
know
way
what?
of thinking.
But there you
Like,
go. But Will, but
shove-
here you
put
go.
it to the side.
But Will, to your point though, there you go. That's exactly what's wrong with it. Because as we all know, abstinence is the worst method of protecting yourself
Oh,
sexually.
we're not saying
but
that
that's,
it's
but that's what I
the-
mean. Like,
it's the
but
correct thing
but
to do.
But to Will's point, like, is using that as an example. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the worst method of trying to, deal with this type of material.
My-
oh no,
my grandmother had the best method.
100%, but it's still that's just why they're doing it. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not saying we agree that it's correct.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
of
Well-
what to do, but it's just they're the company.
Yeah,
They're
but-
gonna do what they want to do. They don't give a what you want to do. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, what was your grandmother's?
Keep an aspirin between your legs.
So next up, small bit of news, real quick. We have a screenwriter for the new Craven movie from Sony.
Wow.
Craven,
Hunter.
Craven the Hunter from
Kraven the
Spider-Man's
Hunter.
Rogues Gallery. He has a screenwriter attached. The screenwriter's name is Richard Wenk.
Yeah, it is.
He his writing credits include The Equalizer, 1 and 2, and also the second Jack Reacher movie.
Which are all really good. When you say Jack Reacher, do you mean the one?
The Tom Cruise one. The second one with
okay.
Kobe Smulders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like Jack Reacher Never Stop.
I
think.
always get Jack Reacher and Jack Ryan confused.
No, Jack, not the
Yeah.
old Harrison Ford movies.
Mhm.
No, Jack Reacher's the one with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And, yeah, based on the books.
But like, listen, so that just means that the guy's going to do a really good action movie.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not expecting anything else out of a Craven movie.
but that's the thing. Like, I mean, what are we doing
Why
with
are
this
we?
character?
Why are we making a Craven movie? Guys?
You know what? It made more sense for them to do black and silver. Like, that made more sense because
it,
this.
though?
I feel like it.
Yeah, because you could have easily have done it where, Felicia and Silver Sable, right? Is that her real name? What's her real name? Is it Silver Sable?
I don't remember what Silver Sable's real name
Okay,
is.
but
now.
you could have easily done it where those two are going after the alien tech that the Vulture left in in Spider-Man: Homecoming, or something along those lines. Like, you could have easily have done that, and then like,
Yeah, no, but not really though, because Silver Sable's a mercenary. She's not a thief.
okay, so make her a mobster.
Why? Then that's not Silver Sable.
And Venom normally has a Spider-Man symbol on it, and we don't pronounce it symbiote. You're welcome.
Every time.
Every episode.
Every time.
Every live action adaptation
Has
changes at
alterations.
least one thing. Yes, has
Yeah.
alterations.
So Craven the Hunter, the movie. I mean,
It-
Paul, what do you think?
No, he's like one of the best, I think, villains in
Yeah.
Spider-Man overall. So that's super cool that they're gonna do something with him. Like
But when-
overall, he's like one of the best.
So I'm curious for you two. Only because don't take this offensively. I'm assuming, Will, you don't know who Craven is? off the
No,
top
I
of
know
your
who
head?
Craven is.
Okay. I didn't know if you were
I'm aware of the
Spider-Man.
character.
Who would you two cast as Craven?
Oh, that I have
You
no
can,
clue.
we can come back to it later. I was
Yeah,
just
that I
wondering,
have
like,
no clue.
who.
I don't know.
Well, think about it later and come back to me.
I don't know. I don't know anyone who could do. I don't know really any Russian actors.
Well, it doesn't have to be Russian.
No, he can do an
Someone who
accent.
can do an accent.
Look at
really
Tom Hardy.
well,
He does
like,
every sort of accent imaginable, but still
someone-
sounds like Bane.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Gotham's Reckoning.
I thought you were going to say We Are Venom. Like, I thought you were going to do that and go,
are Venom.
that's really uncomfortable.
Is he doing the voice of Venom?
I hope so.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
we-
him with a bunch of voice
CGI.
effects layered on.
Really?
Yes, CGI in his voice.
Whatever.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I'd cast as Craven. I don't know if there's anyone out there who I would be like.
Let's get a good look at his face.
The internet hates that.
Oh, I thought it was the
I thought it-
stupidest funny thing
I
ever.
thought it was great. That
It's
was
so
hysterical.
weird and
I was
out
fine
of
with it.
like it's funny, but it's weirdly out of place for this like horror movie that they're promoting, this like thriller, and then it's just like a turd. Like what?
I was fine with it. I'm saying
That was so
I'm saying
weird.
we need to talk about Venom.
Oh, what's his name? What's the guy who plays Negan? What's his name?
Jeffrey
Jeffrey Dean
Morgan.
Morgan would be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I don't know. I think he has the face at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
That could work.
He's not playing enough comic characters right now.
Oh, you know what?
He's playing like. Oh, all right.
You know who could probably. Well, I guess you couldn't use him now because he's been in Guardians. I was gonna say Benicio del Toro. I could see him as Craven the Hunter.
Yeah.
He was in that movie with Tommy Lee Jones. Remember where Tommy Lee Jones he's hunting Tommy Lee Jones in the woods?
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a good
Yeah,
movie.
that was a good movie.
Actually, you know who could probably do a good job as Craven the Hunter?
who?
Keanu Reeves.
Sure. You just want that man. to
I
be
don't know.
Probably.
I guess he could do a good job, but I don't know. I'd rather have someone else overall.
I
than
want
him.
I want
I
to
don't
start
know, I could
finding
s-
nobodies.
He definitely has the skill of acting.
He's
and
got the
of
look.
the physical capability. You
Yeah.
know, especially seeing John Wick.
So the guy that
but-
you said, because I can never pronounce his name,
Yeah, you put a little
Benicio del
stash
Toro?
on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
on this list that I'm looking at as number 4 or number 5. Gerard Butler,
Okay.
which would be pretty cool.
All right.
He's not too bad.
Um,
Yeah.
I hate this man. I'm sorry. I do. Joe, whatever. I'm never hopefully going to be Deathstroke ever again.
Maganello.
Yeah, I hate
Magnello,
him.
Maginello. Marshmallow.
I don't even know who this is. Oh, yes, I do. Manu Bennett.
Manu Bennett. That's Deathstroke.
That's
in the,
Deathstroke. That's the Deathstroke we deserve.
one of the very
BT dubs.
few fun, actually
Ooh,
really good
God,
things that came out of the
no.
CW.
What's
Arrowverse.
number one?
Oscar Isaac.
Isaac.
Yes,
Isaac.
Isaac.
No.
No, he's
No.
too scrawny.
That
and
is
he's not
really
old enough.
weird.
He's so not old enough.
That's
Oh, here we go. 10 actors who could play. Let's see.
Isn't Oscar Isaac's the one who plays
Poe?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yep.
Wasn't he also Apocalypse?
Yep.
He was.
Yeah, I guess Keanu wouldn't be bad now that I think about it. If you just put a goatee on
And he
him.
can do a Russian accent. We
Yeah,
heard him
yeah,
do it
yeah.
in John Wick.
Yeah, I think you put a goatee on him. Yeah, I think he wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
What about the guy from Game of Thrones?
Which guy from Game
Oh,
of
The
Thrones?
main-
Jon Snow?
Yes.
Oh,
what are our feelings about that?
No.
I don't Game
No.
of
He's
Thrones.
too young.
So.
No.
Too young.
Oh, Luke Evans would be an interesting choice. He's got that really defined jawline, though.
He's too much of a pretty boy.
Okay, you could easily rough him up.
There's no movie he's been in that he looks roughed up in, even though he's supposed to.
Oh, on this list, number 8, Keanu Reeves.
All right.
You're welcome. Oh, God, Norman Reedus. Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
All
be
right.
Brad Pitt, for the love of God, no.
I don't know. Brad Pitt could probably
He could do. Yeah,
he could probably
he's
do
not-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he would be okay.
Yeah. I think Brad Pitt would be all right.
No, if I need a Craven movie, though.
No, I mean that's
Not at all.
That's the thing.
It's just Sony going, well,
Let's just throw
I
some
think if
we
stuff
they
need
put
to
him
in.
in,
make
if they have
movies.
like a movie they're going to do, and they have him in it as one of the
Yeah.
like the six, like Sinister Six.
Yeah,
or
but
something.
they're talking about this is just his
A
movie. It's
standalone.
by
Yeah.
him, by
it's
himself.
just weird.
Yeah.
Which I
I'm
mean,
just
he's
really-
got it.
But I'd rather have him, to tell you the truth, than a lot of other villains.
Yeah,
in
I mean, look,
Spider-Man, to
Craven
tell
is
you
a
the
character
truth,
who
like-
he's got enough of a backstory
Yeah.
and enough of an interesting backstory to be able to do a good
Yeah.
movie out of it. But it's another one of those things. It's like, he's a Spider-Man villain, and I mean, yes, he has a past before Spider-Man, and he has a lot of stuff going on like while Spider-Man exists. But at the end of the day,
He's a Spider-Man
he's a Spider-Man
yeah,
villain.
yeah.
I just really I can't wait for, like, the Valiant stuff to start doing well. And then for, like, Sony to go to Disney. We don't need your nonsense anymore. Here are your characters, bye.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I want. Because, like, poor Sony is, like, trying. And Venom looks like a lot of fun. But, like, I don't know if I really want to... I don't know if I need a Craven movie.
I don't.
And at the same time, that's the other thing too. Again, it's like,
Where, like, I would much rather than...
why not just if you're gonna do a movie like that, then make up your own, make your own character.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean-
God knows how many other Spider-Man offshots are there that you could pull from?
But still, don't use the Spider-Man characters? Make your own characters, make your own movies. Like, you're using them because you have the license to them, but at the end of the day, they're still Spider-Man characters,
Yeah.
and they're not really fully realized unless they're dealing with Spider-Man.
Yeah, like the Spider-Man's not something like you can take aspects of and try and like finagle it. Like it's not possible.
Now listen, but here's the thing: if they appear in Spider-Man first,
Yeah,
then
there
yeah,
we go.
You want to do like a really cool backstory for a character? I'm 100% for it. I mean, we've done it before.
Is there another Spider-Man movie coming out in the next couple of years? And
Yeah.
and the last
like
one, what?
two.
The last one was what, a year ago?
Yeah, was it?
And then there's another one, because I'm gonna say, don't they have to make a certain amount of movies every year with the Spider-Man license to keep it? Doesn't Sony have the?
Yeah.
Within
So-
a certain time period, yes.
Yeah. So isn't that probably why they're probably gonna use Craven?
I don't know.
overall?
Maybe. I mean, that
Or-
could be it.
Probably.
Maybe because if they don't do anything with if they just let Marvel keep making the Spider-Man
Yeah.
movies, they won't
Because
be
that's
able
right.
to.
Because that's they use Marvel for that.
Yeah.
Marvel.
I mean,
gets
it's
the
still up
credit.
in the air whether Venom is in canon. So they'll probably, if they're good, they will be in continuity with the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
and we'll see
more
them
than
in
likely.
Spider-Man.
Well, I think also after
but-
we've passed the first three Spider-Man movies for Marvel, which have essentially they said it's a trilogy.
Of course.
And it's going to be, when we get to Spider-Man 4, that's probably when Marvel's going to be more inclined to let Sony kind
Do its
of
thing.
do more with the villains, and maybe that's what they're just building towards. They're building towards the point where,
A rogue gallery.
once it's ingrained in the Marvel MCU, we'll go from there, but who knows? Next up, another bit of interesting news for all you Men in Black fans out there.
Oh, yeah?
Rebecca Ferguson has been cast as the second lead next to Chris Hemsworth for the new movie relaunch, which again is it's taking place. It's basically Men in Black 4. It's going to be taking place right after the Will Smith movies. They're not getting rid of them, so that's going to be interesting.
So is it just they're the new agents we're gonna follow in this
Yeah.
continuing universe?
And also, I mean, Tessa Thompson's going to be in it too. She's going to be another agent that's going to be around. I feel like she's going to be, since she's not going to be the second lead.
It's kind of depressing.
Well, I think what's going to happen, it's going to be like the original Men in Black. She's probably going to be Chris Hemsworth's partner in the beginning of the movie, and then something's going to happen.
Or like the kind of love interest.
Or
Because that's what they did with Elle in the first one, right? Elle.
Yeah, but she was only there for like the first. She was only there in the first movie, right?
No,
Yeah.
I think
I've
I
only
think she
seen
I
the
was.
think they
first movie.
referenced
I think
her
they
in the
yeah. I
second.
think they showed a clip of her. I think in
No,
because
because they talk about it because
Yeah.
Zed gets mad at him because he goes you keep mind wiping all your partners. He goes, well, I don't like any of them.
Yeah. I forgot how they.
That's
write
pretty
her
great.
off.
I like the. It's kind of like the Rush Hour thing, where they keep explaining the girlfriends off. Like Chris Tucker's character shot Jackie Chan's girlfriend from the second movie in the face or something. by
Yeah, she
accident. You shot her in the head. Well, she's fine. She could barely blink or something. Like they have that.
Yeah.
I
that's,
do not remember that.
It's
Yeah,
a
no.
Rush
In the
Hour
in the
three,
third
yeah.
one, they explain
I
that
never saw the
They
third one,
explain why
that's
his French girlfriend from the second one isn't there.
Oh, the model.
Or
no.
she was Spanish, right?
Yeah.
but she was an
Yeah.
FBI agent.
She was a
Yeah.
model though,
And
before
she-
she was an actress.
and yeah, because I remember they made a big deal about it. And they're like, yeah,
You shot her in the head or something.
yeah,
It was
and she
pretty great.
and she couldn't work for the FBI anymore. And he goes, no, she got rehired once she was able to move her eye again.
Yeah.
Some ridiculous thing like that.
She made New York
I
Company.
don't really
Huh?
hate the
The
third
clothing
one.
company.
I really
New York
don't.
Company. That's
Yeah.
where she got her break. She was their model.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they and they explained something we never see Chris Tucker's girlfriend from the first movie ever again.
We don't.
Oh, that's
and I
right.
don't remember why.
I just think we should never
it doesn't
reference
matter.
it.
They were useless characters. They were throwaways. They were in a fridge.
Rush Hour
Wow.
4.
Yeah,
Rush
I went
Hour
there.
4. Bring
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah, I went there. Come on, Gail.
They're making a Rush Hour 4.
Is it Jackie Chan and
Is
Jackie-
that still a rumor? Jackie
no,
and Chris
J-
said they were both down, but they just haven't gotten a.
they
script?
Jackie Chan is reviewing the newest script
Okay,
right now.
let's be real.
And
Jackie Chan will review the script. Chris Tucker will take anything that will give him a job.
Probably, yeah.
What
No,
else is Chris Tucker been?
Chris Tucker.
Done.
He doesn't have to do movies. He doesn't have to be in anything. He does a lot of behind the scenes
Oh,
stuff.
does he now?
Yeah, he does producing and
To be
everything else.
fair, anybody who's like that person, if they've been in a lot of stuff beforehand,
They still
like
get
they probably
royalties.
get royalties, residuals. Like
Yeah.
these people don't really have to be in the stuff they do. They're just bored.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll just
That's
get into
that's
that.
how I feel about Sarah Jessica Parker. That's not who I meant to say. Sarah Michelle Gellar and her husband.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Because like literally like they just do things to do things. They're like, yeah, we're
You mean
parents.
Kane and Jarrus from
Yeah.
from Rebels?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like I said, the so
Freddie and Velma or Freddie and Daphne?
Freddie and
Daphne.
Velma. Getting it on. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Will,
I'm
please,
tired.
Anyway,
Will,
so-
please edit all of that out.
So anyway, the
No, keep it in.
So yeah, so
no,
Men,
yes, edit it out.
so Men in Black, we got we have the official second lead character, Rebecca Ferguson, who's she just came off the circuit for the new Mission Impossible movie, which if anyone gets a chance, that movie was really good, real intense, nonstop all the way to the end. It's definitely like I said, it's an intense movie. It's not like a lot of fun going on. It's just very high
Just
stress.
intense.
Well, it's just high stress espionage. It's like a real serious espionage movie.
So
Get
you're-
ready.
So you're telling us it's intense.
It's redonkulous. It's redonkulous.
So what you're telling me, Devin,
Is intense.
is it intense?
How intense is it?
How intense, Devin? How intense is
Why
Mission
does he have us
Impossible?
on here?
Next topic.
What's the
I
matter?
can swear at you.
We have some news about the new Young Justice cartoon.
Yeah.
As of right now, the news today is that the new series, given that they don't have the constraints of cable or Cartoon Network anymore,
No, they don't.
it's going to be a darker, more dramatic, horror-based show.
I mean, I doubt we're gonna get an F Batman in this.
I
one,
hope
but
so.
No, we won't.
No, we
Because
need
he's
it.
already Nightwing, and he's like cool with it. Because we time skipped. That
So
was
they-
our way.
So
to
you're
do it.
saying
Can
this
we get
cartoon's
F.
gonna be
Robin?
like every DC live action?
Oh,
Yes.
garbage.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Just-
not. Don't you say
just-
that about my
just
Young
dark.
Justice. Don't you
Ooh.
say that about my Young Justice.
You have to apologize
Like,
to Will.
oh my God, it's
No.
so dark.
Young Justice
Are you
is
from the
so
DC
shady.
universe?
Young Justice was so good. It
Well,
got better with every
I
Love
want
that.
season.
them, I
It was
really want
so
them
good.
to do something. I really want them to put like a character in I want them to have fun with this.
Do you, though?
And actually, you know what? They'll probably do it in the new Teen Titans cartoon because we all know that's coming back apparently.
Probably.
I read that.
Oh, it's not gonna be the Go.
No, they're
the-
bringing back the original Teen
the-
Titans
okay,
cartoon.
that's
it was a
cool.
mid-credit scene in the movie.
And
That's cool.
Tara Strong said before the movie came out that they were going to do a new Teen
Well,
Titans.
if the
That's
tickets sold
awesome.
well,
And they did.
And it did. I actually
Um,
kind of want to see that movie. I thought it looked
Actually,
adorable.
everyone told me it was actually really
It
a lot
looked
better than the
stu-
actual show.
It looked stupid fun.
Yeah, but anyway, the
you mean
I
that
just-
2-minute segment where they keep calling Deathstroke Deadpool? Yeah. I
That was
hyped up
cute.
for that.
well, that's a big thing. Deadpool's a ripoff of Deathstroke.
I know that.
That's the whole.
I'm aware.
That's the whole
Listen,
joke.
all I have to say is I am slightly butthurt that Ron Perlman is not coming back to voice Deadpool.
Did he say that?
Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's why I meant Deathstroke.
He might be. You never know.
If he does, I'd be super excited.
It'd be great. What's
How
he
do you know
doing now anyway?
How do you know he's not doing that?
He has a show on Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
but this is
yeah, but he
this
should
is
still be-
voice work.
Ironically
Yeah, he
enough,
should-
with
voice
Janet
work's
Delaney.
different.
Yeah, you should still be able to do it.
And you know I love me some Janet Delaney.
Yeah.
The voice actor for Cyborg's doing Teen Titans Go, the movie, and The Walking Dead, but he still found time to voice all of the newest season of Young Justice. Because he voiced Aqualad.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean,
Didn't
like,
he also voiced though the original Cyborg for the show?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
They kept the
kept the
entire
entire
cast.
original
original
cast. But yeah, but the thing is, like, I want them to do like, and you could do it with Teen Titans. Make a joke, like, have like some super happy, like, doesn't get like down on their luck character in the new Teen Titans show, and have them be like, "My God, you're so happy. What are you from the Marvel universe?"
That'd be beautiful.
like that's what they
Nice.
should do.
That'd
they should
be
like,
beautiful.
have some fun with it.
That's probably a joke
accept your fate.
in the Teen Titans Go movie. I would not put that past them. Since they already did the Deadpool gag, they probably just
So-
bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, didn't he? Isn't the actual lines like that Cyborg says? Isn't he like do something offensive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But back to the Young Justice stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, some of that stuff was pretty dark as it was.
It was.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
and that was on cable. So like everything, like with the Witch Boy. Why can't I think of his name?
The Witch
The
Boy.
Witch
Oh,
Boy.
Clarion or whatever.
Clarion.
Yeah, Clarion.
Everything with Clarion was super cool and super dark.
Yep.
So I'm like,
Him and the cat.
yeah, and I'm like sitting there like, okay, so how much darker are you gonna go?
Everything was so cool. It was. I just loved everything about
Yeah.
it. It was so
like,
fun.
that was a pretty haunting episode.
It was fun.
Or
Oh yeah.
saga
Do you
or
remember
whatever.
when they visit the dead girl's grave?
Yes,
like
I
they
do.
follow this girl around the house and they go to the backyard
Yeah.
and then she turns out to
There
be a
she
ghost.
is.
Yes,
as she
you've talked about
slowly
this on one of
floats
the.
into her grave.
Yeah.
You've talked about this entirety on another podcast.
Oh
I don't know if it was it on
You
another
did.
Yeah,
podcast.
I think
I
it was
talked
San
about it with
Diego.
It
you.
was San Diego, yeah.
Oh,
When they announced the new season.
you all should have watched it or listened to it by now.
but now you know.
And now
And
you-
it was some dark stuff on that
It
show,
was.
and I'm excited to see what they
So-
do with this one. I was actually doubting that they would take advantage of the cable thing with
Of
the
that
streaming
old
service, you mean?
Young Justice, or take advantage of the streaming service, yes, to because of the Young Justice fans that are coming in, because Young Justice hasn't been off the air for way
That
too long.
long.
So its general audience are probably
Older.
like you said before, it's for like the older
No,
like
yeah, that-
like teenagers, but
Yeah.
I'm surprised honestly that
but I mean,
they're gonna take.
No,
but I
yeah,
don't
you-
expect them
yeah.
like to be dropping F-bombs all
No,
the
yeah,
time.
I
that's
do.
what they
Dark,
do
yeah.
I
with
do.
most shows is when they know the kids are growing up to a certain age, they have to raise it up a little bit of the level
Yeah.
of adulthood they put into it because they know they're older now. They're not going to want to watch this anymore. They do that with pretty much every like cartoon show
Yeah.
for the most part.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I don't. I thought the show was fine. I think if they just kept it the same, it would be fine. I don't know. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna start like actually like killing characters like straight
They're-
up?
they're
and
They
gonna
did
shit?
that in
literally-
the second season.
They're literally gonna do the Speedy, heroin heroin story.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
They did the Arsenal thing already, though.
And the cat story.
Oh,
The
yeah.
cloning, the whole Arsenal story was really dark because he's like, hey, I don't have my arm. I'm going to just go murder Lex Luthor now because
Like
he was
you-
behind it. Like you do.
I did really like that chemistry, though. Not chemistry, but you know what I mean.
The
The
storyline?
storyline between Lex and Arsenal.
Yeah, that was fun.
I thought like all the little moments where they popped in and out.
the
I was
cloning
like,
thing was really confusing because by the end of season 1, you had like 3 clones of Roy, or I think Guardian was like a clone of Roy's uncle or something. Like it was really confusing.
You mean
but
Guardian wasn't Jimmy Olsen from the Supergirl universe?
no, he was not.
Oh, tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Was it love at first sight?
It wasn't.
Oh. This is what happens when Devon gets up for 2 seconds to abandon us. We start singing Grease.
I don't even know. I don't even think Will knows what Grease is.
Yes, he does.
Oh my God.
He's a theater major.
I'm
He
the
has
one
to know
who
what Grease
sang it.
Did you? When did you say?
Pay
it?
attention when you get up to leave.
Oh, God.
Oh, girl, whoa.
Grease
Wow.
Grease is a good movie.
Whoa.
So
Yeah.
so while Will
I really like the second one too. Mainly
While
because
Will
it's
takes a
self-isolation.
moment,
Yeah,
you know,
that was good.
I need
Well,
to take
Will-
a moment to
well,
calm
Will
down
takes
from
a
my
moment
Young
here.
Justice excitement.
we're gonna move on to the next topic here.
He's telling you to
That
settle
that
down.
Cool Rider song.
So
Oh, you're the worst person that ever existed, Paul. We're talking about Grease too.
yes, I know Grease too. Cool Rider, I remember.
Okay.
Yes, I also remember the really
reproduction.
I also remember the really bad the Hawaiian like motorcycle battle.
I've watched
thing.
the entirety, and the thing I remember the most is just the reproduction song because I thought it was so dumb. I was like, "This."
What's
is
our
the-
next topic of
Yeah.
conversation?
Next topic.
We're not here to review Grease. This is a comic book podcast.
Well,
The
let
worst
us-
thing, honestly, was that live TV one. Scott Snyder has recently come out to state the
God.
fact that he is not going anywhere for quite some time and has at least 50 issues planned out for his current Justice League run.
How long are you doing this part of the segment for? Because
Oh, I don't know. Will, your thoughts?
I'm not. It's been so bad.
you love
It's just
it.
so cringy.
Oh, wait.
Because he
okay.
does the writing style of what they used to
Garbage?
do before when the narrator was in like third person. Like instead of mostly nowadays you don't see the thought bubbles above the character's head. It's usually in the narrator's box because the character from a first person point of view will be explaining the story to you. He took it back and decided to do the third person narrator again, so it's like, will Batman be able to defeat Lex Luthor and the Legion of Doom? Find out in the
actually-
next thing of Justice League. And
I've
it's so
actually never been about third-person narration. Like, coming from someone who loves Chris Claremont, I used to skip over that.
Oh, you didn't.
I read thought bubbles, I read dialogue, but I always skipped.
I get it for
Oh.
the time period, like that was the peak, but we've moved on. That
Yeah.
was what they're doing now is an evolution from that. And what he's doing now, it's just like cringy, like the way it just works. But also, like you said, I don't know if you said it on the podcast or not, because all our conversations blur. They blur together in
thank
one.
you.
No, it's
Thank you.
They
No,
don't
he's
blur
not
out.
wrong.
They
It
blur
does all
together
blur.
in one big.
Well, yeah, because we're a
thing.
bunch of
This is
we're a bunch
actually
of
what it's like.
fanboys
Yeah,
who
but
rage
this-
out on
But
everything.
you said Martian Manhunter might be the main villain of his run because he hates Martian Manhunter. Wrongly, Martian Manhunter's a great character. But
Well, this is what
he-
it's like to be, in the inner circle of our group. Like, this is literally listening to it. This is literally like coming to the comic shop on Wednesday and talking to us for hours. on
yeah,
end.
Yes.
but the
Which, by the way, make sure to do that. Wednesdays, we're usually all
Wednesday.
here.
If you
Come
notice-
hang out, chat with us. We'll come
I've been
chat with
keeping
us,
track.
hang
That's
out.
like the
I'm
10th
here-
time
I'm
you've
here
knocked
this-
over your Dunkin' Donuts
I'm
cup.
here this Wednesday.
And the worst part is I keep moving it further and further away from me, so
Is
I
it
don't
empty?
do it. But
Is it
whacking it.
empty?
yes.
Yes, nothing's coming
Just-
out.
just leave it, it's fine.
There's a little
Um,
in there.
So anyway,
But
so
you
here-
said Martian. He doesn't like Martian Manhunter.
Yeah,
and
well,
there's a
that's-
rumor he might be the villain. Well, excuse me. If you notice, there are 6 members of the Legion of Doom currently. There's Lex, Joker, Sinestro, Cheetah, Manta, and I was about to say King Kong. Grodd. I was about to say King Kong. I'm so out
wow,
of it
what
right
what
now.
did they all look the same to you, Will?
Oh wow, Devon.
Yes.
I can't tell the difference between Diddy Kong and King Kong, so it's all good.
It's all good.
But there's 6 members. Lex, they just introduced this thing. He has this stone, and he's like, there's 7 parts. And I was like, oh, Scott, don't do it. Don't do it. There are going to be so many people who are mad. There's a lot of people like
What was the point of even
Manhunter.
bringing Jean back?
Because Jean's
Because
a really cool character.
Yeah, but
No. I'm not disagreeing with you.
No.
I'm saying, what was the point of Dum Dum bringing him back if you were just gonna be like, Martian Manhunter's a villain now?
Well, that's
the
only a
point.
rumor.
No. As of right now, from what a lot of the people inside DC are saying, his story arc, his overarching story is he wants to establish Martian Manhunter as the overarching villain of the entire DC universe.
So my question is,
He's
at what
wrong.
point? No. My question is, at what point is Jeff Johns going to come back to fix that?
Who knows, man?
He was
I mean,
mind controlled by. Well, right now they're doing Superman and Martian Manhunter just got taken over by Lex Luthor and the Joker.
I saw that.
So they're going to get operated by that. That's weird, seeing Joker, Martian Manhunter. That's really weird.
I also want to know what Joker we have.
Hold on a second. Paul.
No, it's just one of those things. If you never know, you could be surprised with something. Like
Not
even
by
like
Scott
one of the
Snyder.
things that surprised me, and like when I was a couple years back, was Mysterio. Was when Mark Miller did the whole the whole thing with Old Man Logan and doing the stuff with Mysterio, and I was like, oh, you actually made him into a super cool character, and I was.
Are you arguing pro making Martian Manhunter the villain?
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, maybe something might come out of it. You don't know until you see it and it comes out and it's crap. Then yeah, it's crap.
I don't know, man. I mean-
there's a possibility that maybe he does something different with it, and you're like, wow, I didn't think of that, and maybe
Yeah, but
something
it's
comes out of it.
Scott Snyder.
Listen, man. I mean, look. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not
Scott-
saying that. I'm just saying,
it
like,
being Scott Snyder notwithstanding, I mean, I take a big issue with the fact that I mean, right now I now know how all of like the original Mission Impossible fans felt when they made Mr. Phelps the bad guy in the original movie, because Mr. Phelps was the leader of the Mission Impossible group in the show, and
Yeah.
they made him the main villain of the movie for the first movie with Tom Cruise.
That's why the
But-
original actor didn't come back.
Yeah.
Because he was like, no.
Yeah, but so the thing is, like, I kind of know how they feel because Martian Manhunter was a founding. He was
Yeah.
the founder of the Justice League. He was the one who assembled all of them.
Unless it's going to be something that Dr. Manhattan's doing to
A
him.
retcon.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, they could.
You know what?
There you
Let's
go.
Do it
How
the
about,
Dr.
how
Not
about-
in
Manhattan.
this continuity,
Steve,
too. Martian
thinking
Manhunter's not a
long-term.
founding
No,
member
that's-
anymore.
No, exactly. No, that's
Yeah.
He brings
Well,
up a good point.
yeah,
It,
I mean,
it could be
but
something
listen,
like that.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. I mean, at the end of the day, Martian Manhunter. And it was so weird the way that they brought him back too, because like
He just pops up.
Well, no, but at the end of Metals, Superman and Batman are like, oh yeah, one of the greatest members of the Justice League. The only time we ever saw him as part of the Justice League in the new continuity was he tried to kill all of them,
Yep.
and that was
Well, he shows up on Thanagar, Green Lantern and Cyborg and the Plastic Man, or no, Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific show up on the Thanagar, and Martian Manhunter shows up and he's like, yeah, I've just been here this whole time.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, our good friend Martian Manhunter. And I was like, didn't he try to kill you last time you saw him? Or
Yeah.
no,
We're pals
last time they
now.
saw him, he was part of the Justice League of America.
Oh,
who
the-
were the
Yes.
government's
that
government's
was Steve
contingency
Trevor's
plan,
team, right? That was Steve
The
Trevor's
government's
team? Yeah.
contingency plan in
There's-
case the Justice League went evil.
There's this also that book had so much potential and then just fizzled.
I think the
out
only
so
line
I read a little bit of it.
the
Yeah, it
only-
was
The
good.
beginning of it was brilliant.
The only line out of that entirety of all those Justice League books back in New 52 was when Simon Boz was fighting Batman, and as much as Batman can't stand Hal Jordan, Simon Boz is like, oh yeah, he goes, yeah, you didn't see that coming, right? I'm real good at being a Green Lantern, and Batman kind of schools him, and then he's like, yeah, but you're no Hal Jordan, and he just walks away.
Nice.
See, for me, my moment in the Justice League was the part where Selena steals Steve Trevor's wallet, and it's a picture of him and Wonder Woman. And when he takes it back, like he makes some sort of dig about her, and it's
I don't know
a
how.
picture of her and Bruce.
I didn't know
and
how
I
to.
thought that would have been a really cool chemistry to like kind of explore like a relationship between Selena and Steve. But it just
Isn't that
never.
also the same? Didn't that book start off with like Martian Manhunter shooting Selena in the head? Isn't that the book?
No.
There's an issue where
Someone shoots Selena. Like
they
you
made
you-
her they made her pretend to be crazy.
Yeah, but we thought that at one point we thought she died because
Yes.
someone just shoots her
Yes.
right in the head.
I don't remember. I mean, Simon Baz carried a gun everywhere, so it might have been him.
It wasn't Simon
Yeah,
Boz.
someone shot her.
It was yeah. It was actually
forget.
like it was like either Steve
But I
Trevor or
remember
Martian Manhunter.
when the moment when Steve Trevor walks on and he looks at the team assembled because each of the members of the Justice League of America are assembled on the team to counteract one of the Justice League members, and he looks because they recruit Green Arrow to counteract Batman, and he's like, no, that would not, no, you need Catwoman. And I was like, I don't know. Okay, buddy. Alrighty.
To be fair, Green Arrow couldn't take Batman on.
No, he
on
couldn't.
No. You know,
It was a smart decision.
if-
I was just like, a Justice League team with Catwoman.
yeah, but it's like a fake Justice League. It's
True.
like
It's
you know
government.
what you know.
It's
but-
like today's boy bands.
no,
they're
you know
all
what it was?
like
because it's
they're
again,
all they're all factory made.
Well, no, really think about it. Every time DC does a story arc, it's always like 3 years after Marvel did it. So to counteract the original the Avengers, they had Norman Osborn create the Dark Avengers. So it's always like DC's always 3 years late with their storylines. Like
I
even-
mean, I guess with that specific instance, yeah.
Like even now with the Source Wall, with the Source Wall cracking and the realities are breaking. That was something that happened 3 years ago during Secret Wars. So yeah,
An old woman Harley.
we're not gonna talk about this.
I mean, I think I'm the one that hates Harley the most, and I was the one to say that. But anyway, yeah, I'm not super excited because Scott, not only is he screwing Martian Manhunter's character down the toilet, but he's also the Green Lantern mythos with the invisible spectrum and the ultraviolet.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
here,
why?
lanterns.
What's going on?
so
There's a new spectrum being introduced, the invisible spectrum, and it is a new emotional spectrum. The only color we know of right now, color because it's invisible, even though they're the same color scheme as the indigo lanterns.
it's the ultraviolet lanterns.
They make you ultraviolet.
so
Okay.
basically, so this is the idea.
It's basically the rage lanterns.
So
That
so
is
basically
that.
what's happening is Scott Snyder's goal with his new lineup is he's going to take certain things from all the mythos of all the
Of all the
of
characters.
the characters, and then he's going to revamp things like
Okay.
Like, instead of just being the Speed Force, there's also the Still Force, and the Strength Force, and the Sage Force.
see there's a lot of build up to this, and you kind of just didn't let me do it. So
Wait. The still.
the Still
The
Force.
Still Force.
It's basically what he was doing was for the Flash, the Flash runs into something that's the complete opposite of the Speed Force,
Okay.
and it happens to be called the Still Force.
Okay.
Because the opposite of speed is standing
Oh,
still.
Yeah. I
it's-
got that.
Yep.
Yep.
So now
Yep.
with the Green Lanterns, you have the invisible emotional spectrum, as opposed to the colorful emotional spectrum.
Yeah.
It's the invisible one. It's and like Will said, the ultraviolet, ultra-violent Green Lanterns.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's. Yeah. So.
Even his Lex Luthor is so. I get it. He's trying. What I think he's trying to do is trying to do new stuff while really like stroking the Super Friends show. Like he's really trying to nod to the Super Friends because Lex Luthor talks like he's Lex from the supervillain.
Yeah, but
which would work if Lex in this new continuity was established as that Lex.
Well, yeah,
but
but
he's not.
again-
he's been himself for. He's been like, oh, there's always been that hint of, well, Superman's always, I don't trust you, you're up to something, and every time he gets onto something, it's not proven. So everyone was waiting for that moment where Lex would finally snap. no justice comes around, and all of a sudden Lex is shady, no one trusts him, and he makes a Legion of Doom, and now he's like, I gotta murder the alien, he's like nuts, and it's really unexplained and really dumb.
Well, isn't that what
the
they just...
execution is so bad.
Didn't they just explain that in issue 5 of Justice League? Wasn't that the whole issue? Was this them explaining
I
why
think,
Lex goes crazy?
Yeah,
I didn't read it, so
he finds out. Oh yeah, he goes to the future and he finds out. Spoilers. He goes to the future and he finds out. He was right the whole time when he hated Superman in the first place, because he goes 1,000 years later and everybody loves him, but they call him like the greatest fool ever because he didn't do. It's really convoluted and I don't think I even remember it all. But you know, the Legion of Doom. Why are there only 6 members, is my question, of the Legion of Doom? Because there's like 9 members of the Justice League right now.
Because one of the Justice League members is going to turn evil.
That's still 8. 8 to 6. That's still... Oh, okay. I thought that was for me.
No, that was for me, but I can get you one.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Sorry. I don't know why I instinctively grabbed for that. I was like, you knew I wanted another one.
Anyway, so yeah,
obviously.
So Scott Snyder he's full of ideas.
Whether they're good or bad is up to you. Come to the store, buy the books, and find out. I'm still buying them, and I hate it. Only because Justice League is my favorite superhero team. You know, I gotta buy it, whatever the cost. It's my only book that I'll make an exception for. If it sucks, I'll trudge through it. Unless they make Harley Quinn a member. Then I will not buy that. What are you doing to my mic?
However, though, something to keep in mind for the Legion of Doom issue, Tinian wrote it.
Well, it wasn't bad, so that kind of explains it.
Yeah, but it's still plotted by Scott. All of the issues are plotted by Scott. He just wrote the script for it.
To be fair, though, the Legion wasn't the worst thing because they just go into how he recruited almost everybody. It mainly focuses on Sinestro, Grodd, and mostly just Sinestro and Grodd. The others kind of just fell into place.
And we're just ignoring the fact that Sinestro is Yellow Lantern because he doesn't have a yellow ring in this book.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He did in the Justice League Doom one.
Yeah,
or
he's
the
got
Doom
a yellow ring.
Yeah, but if you look at the rest, when they pan out to his entire core, one, he's not in his Sinestro Corps costume, and two, like everyone else who's with him is like in these like weird purple costumes.
Well, he's in his
because
original
that's
costume.
the ultraviolet lantern.
No, that was
Right
also
there.
his original costume.
That is the ultraviolet costume.
Yeah, it's purple.
He's the ultraviolet lantern. I told you, it looks indigo because they look exactly like the indigo. Yeah. That's why he looks like that.
Moving on.
Are we good?
Moving
you
on.
don't
we're
talk about it anymore?
we're
You moved on.
We can't
You
talk
sure?
about this. Yeah. Some big news for you Brian Michael Bendis fans. Him and Patrick Gleason are going to be doing a major project later this year. Bendis is still going to be writing Superman and Action Comics, but Gleason is going to be leaving Action Comics to start focusing on the new super secret major project they're working on.
He's going to write a Harley Quinn book. Joker book? Harley Quinn and Joker book?
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I really did
This
that
isn't
for...
the DC movie. Stop.
I did that for Will's reaction. Actually, it wasn't. I was just looking at you.
I acknowledged it. I was like, yeah, good for you, Steve. I hate it.
So I mean, who knows what they're gonna do? But it's
It's Bendis.
it's gonna supposed to be a big game changer. I mean, every time all these events, they say they're big game changers.
Everything's a game
Yeah.
changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Bendis is one of those people
Nothing
though
will
that
change unless it's in a separate universe where they get to do whatever they want. Nothing really changes.
You know what though? Bendis though, being who he is, if he's telling me it's a game changer, I'm more inclined to believe it.
Civil War II was a game changer, wasn't it?
Okay, House of
God,
M.
dude.
House of M.
House of M was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really solid. Yeah, Civil War II on the other
Avengers
hand.
Disassembled.
No, I'm
Avengers
not saying Civil War
Disassembled.
II at all was, but that was just a
I'd
recent
even
Brian
go-
Michael
I would
Bendis
even
book
go
that came to
Secret.
my head.
Secret
Yeah, that
Invasion.
I was like, yeah, wasn't that great, guys?
Yeah, that one wasn't too swift.
But that's what I'm saying. You're focusing on one negative that Bendis has done when you look at
Yeah,
what he
his
did,
overall work.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
be real. When he was writing for Marvel, you want to talk about game changer. I mean, how many people died in New Avengers before it was like, ha, just kidding. It was the Skrulls the whole time.
Secret Invasion.
That's what I mean. Like, you want to talk about.
But yeah, no, but you also had, but also, don't forget that, Civil War 2, yeah, even though it was a big misstep for a lot of things, they were writing a sequel because it was the 10-year anniversary to a book that Bendis didn't even write. And they
Yeah.
actually asked Mark Millar to write the sequel, to come up with a sequel for it, and he turned them down. Because he's like, no.
I don't blame him.
Well, he's like, you can't follow that up. You can't make a
Yeah.
number 2 to that.
Well, how many times do we have to watch? It's more so I feel in Marvel than it is in DC. But how many times can we watch our heroes fight themselves?
Well, yeah.
Without
Well,
any
they've just done it.
actual
They've just done it too many
consequences.
times
That's
in a
the
row
thing.
with the
Like-
Avengers and
Like
X Men and everything.
House of M totally
yeah,
makes sense. Civil War totally makes sense.
Yeah.
But like even
Civil War was so good. Why wasn't there a Civil War 2?
well, no. Even like even though I liked the event, did I need it? Avengers versus X-Men. I didn't need it.
No.
I
They,
didn't.
they had cool
But that
moments.
was
in
also-
there.
That's the
yeah,
thing. It
they had some cool moments.
But you also
yeah.
gotta remember, but you know what? But no, we did need that because that was the culmination of everything that had been
Yeah.
going on
Yeah.
for the last 10 years.
But all the stuff
And
that poor
also,
Jeff
like
Lemire, or
X Men
Jeff
wasn't
Lemire.
involved with
Lemire?
a lot of the
Lemire.
Civil War stuff
Some
and
of
everything.
them
So
were, but it wasn't like a huge.
Yeah.
It wasn't an X-Men like we have to, and even Avengers versus X-Men, which yes, all these events made sense.
yeah.
But like, how many times can I read about our
Oh,
heroes
yeah.
fighting our heroes? And
Yeah, when you look at it that way, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
negative thing. But I just look at all the positive, awesome moments with
Oh,
like
gotcha.
Spider-Man in it, which was a sick moment with him,
Spider-Man had some
and like
even
really cool
Civ-
moments.
Civil
in
War,
that.
and even when he took down Ileana and Colossus for
Yeah.
Oh,
Avengers
yeah.
versus X-Men, like the
Yeah.
character that
Yeah,
shouldn't have was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, and guess what? I did it.
yeah.
Like
Barely.
He doesn't matter.
No, yeah, but that was
Spider-Man-
that was the whole
Spider-Man
point.
can
Oh,
say-
yeah, that was the whole
Yeah,
point of what he was
Spider-Man
saying.
can say he has taken down the Phoenix.
In a recent Batman arc, Catwoman took down the multiple Flashes at once. It depends on the writer.
Oh,
Stanley
yeah,
said
yeah.
it best. No matter how many things you add up and look at all their power stats, even though most comic books don't clearly define them because they change at a moment's notice just for the plot's sake,
Yeah.
it's up to the writer. It's always up to the writer of who
Yes.
wins.
Speaking of power and changing, the one thing I do just want to, going super off topic, I apologize, so I'll make it fast. The wedding issue for Rogue and Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else read that?
Nope.
No.
It was super cute how she got to touch Gambit. She
Aw.
wore a mutant power necklace that inhibited her powers. And I thought that was
Oh,
like,
that's-
what a really bright way to go
Well,
about.
didn't
handling
Professor
that.
X let her
her
not?
powers are...
Yeah, her powers are, or she can control them now.
Not in this. That's what I was confused with because we were talking about it. She cannot control them again. She wore a necklace that was designed to inhibit her powers, which I thought was super fun and super like, oh, what a good way to use like oppression technology for you the better.
Nice. So yeah, so there we go.
What
We
was
got
that original topic?
the Bendis and Gleason gonna be doing a
Oh.
new major project, new big
That's
new
what
big
happens when they
storyline.
don't give us like real
There are
details.
4 Jokers now.
For a little bit of this one's minor. It was minor comic news. It's actually kind of more video game related. But Paul, how do you feel about Negan from Walking Dead now being a playable character on Tekken 7?
It's really unnecessary.
I just want to
like-
see him beat the hell out of the
Like,
panda.
yeah, like it's unnecessary. They're gonna throw in all different people. But it would be cool if it had another person that was a fighting game character, whether it was Guilty Gear or another fighting game, because they already have Geese Howard. They have, they've had Akuma in the game, but what are you gonna do? They're gonna pick who they want. They probably have,
it's
rights for something to be able to do it.
Well, it's also like
Like-
they put that's like when they put Ninja Turtles in Injustice.
Yeah, they're gonna.
That made so
Oh,
much
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, they had Noctis in it from Final Fantasy 15. They have in Tekken also. So
Yeah.
like they do crazy weird stuff.
Yeah,
But-
I mean,
What are you gonna do?
Wasn't
Like
wasn't Solid Snake in
in
Super Smash Brothers?
yeah, but he
Made
technically
no sense
well,
to me.
He was originally a Nintendo
technically he was
character.
Oh,
originally.
I did not. Okay, I did
Well,
not know
technically
that.
MSX was technically what it was, but he was
Okay.
also in
I
the
did not know
Nintendo.
that.
Yeah, he was originally on when they ported Metal Gear over to the States. He was originally a Nintendo character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, what a random character.
Well,
to
they
pull.
they do that anyway. They have like Sonic in there because
Yeah.
now
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's Negan. I mean, I feel like this is a character that's his popularity is just so peaked at this point.
I just want to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan do it.
I
Like
would
I
imagine
just
he's
I want to
voicing the
see
character.
I want to see him in the studio, like just doing the voice work. Just
no,
because
yeah,
I think
that
it'll
would be
be
pretty
hilarious.
funny. Yeah, he's such a good
Like
actor.
I'm not even a Walking Dead fan. And I
Yeah.
want to see this footage.
Yeah, I'm not.
Lucille's hungry.
I just want to know, like, at one point.
That's
is he, like-
actually that's probably his catchphrase when he unleashes his special.
I was gonna say, like, I want to know, like, what is his special? Like, he turns the wrong way and zombies come and consume the Tekken character.
No,
That's
Well,
pretty cool.
they've done things like that in like Marvel
Yeah.
games where they had Jill throw a zombie or like
Oh my
or
God, Marvel
or
vs.
did
Capcom.
something and like a character went and then Frank West actually threw a zombie
Yeah.
at you in
Like,
Marvel
like
3.
in what was it, the old arcade one? Doesn't she like dodge and like a dog comes out?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
ducks and a crow comes down.
Yeah.
yeah, but no, I think like a thing like no, it's probably gonna be like him just savagely beating someone with the bat with Lucille.
Yeah.
It's
like,
probably gonna be
Yeah.
like one of the ending of the season where he was introduced.
It,
what they're
it
gonna
sucks.
do.
Like I'd rather have like I said, a fighting game character in there instead of someone else. But they do that even in Injustice. They do so many of like Ninja Turtles or other things that's
You know
not
what,
Mortal
though?
Kombat.
Yeah.
And I would rather or not DC in their games, and even in Mortal Kombat they do the same thing, and
Well,
they have extra other characters like Jason and stuff. Which it's fun to have that, but I'd rather just have more
Yeah, I'd
Mortal
rather have a
Kombat
Mortal Kombat
characters
character,
or
yeah.
more DC characters.
It's also one of those things. Like, I mean, look at God, what was it, Soul Calibur, where you got to play as Spawn.
Yeah.
That was like, this could be like a Soul Calibur Spawn moment, which could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but you could chalk that up to. I mean, they could work that in as like medieval Spawn. Like it could take.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur takes place in a point in time where that could be. But Link. Do we really need Link in Soul Calibur?
Well,
Do we really
no.
need Darth Vader and Yoda?
Yeah, well,
They weren't in
well,
Soul
they
Calibur,
that
were
was
they? I
back
thought
when they
were in
just
Tekken.
well that
Soul Calibur.
Oh God.
that was back when they just did it for each console. So Link was
Yeah.
Link was
GameCube,
GameCube.
Spawn was Xbox.
Heihachi,
Spawn was Xbox.
and Heihachi was,
was-
Tekken.
yeah.
yeah,
was
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
yeah, it was PlayStation.
Because I only
Yeah,
had
not
it on GameCube.
Yeah, I didn't own it. I never owned
It's a
it.
great game.
I never owned Soul
Yeah.
Calibur. That was
So
Soul Calibur 3, right?
No, two.
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 was the yeah.
2 was a
Okay.
great game.
Yeah, and then 3 3 was the build your own character one.
Possibly, I don't remember. I don't think
I know they're
played
doing
3.
another one.
I know I
Yeah.
played 2 and 4.
So-
I don't think I played 3.
But Negan,
Yeah, so that's
It
the,
could be
so,
fun.
yeah, it
Yeah.
can be.
Any-
It's a
any-
good game. Tekken's
anyone
a
that
good game.
plans
So either way,
on playing it, like, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think of Negan.
Yeah.
yeah, like it's
So-
a Tekken's a good game. So no matter what, it's gonna be a quality
Yeah.
gameplay of whatever you're playing. So,
So next up on our list here we have there's now talk that there is a Supergirl movie in the works at Warner Brothers. As of right now, there is no word on whether or not it's going to be incorporated with the show or not. More than likely, it's
No.
not.
Not at all. No, I would not say that they would even.
She's probably going to be an alien terrorist.
Thought she. I think would they do the whole Man of Steel thing that they did? Because if you read the prequel comic, there's somebody like there was they explain why the Kryptonian ship is there. And
Yeah.
the mission was there, and one of them leaves. That's why one of the pods was empty. But that would make her older than him, and I think it is Kara.
Well, technically, Kara is older than him.
Technically, yes,
Yeah.
but not physically.
No. I think that it's something that if they approach it like the way they did Shazam, and I'm just basing it off the trailer, it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Or it could be a hot mess and they could bring back like the 90s Matrix, right? That's what her name was. The like 90s Supergirl, her real name was like Matrix. or Matrix or something, and
Yeah,
she was
I
like
don't
this blob, like that took Supergirl's form.
Oh.
Yeah, the purple, or not the purple, but the pink blob. But I think it could be something fun, and like Supergirl would be a character that I think deserves an actual movie.
I don't know. I actually like the I like the old Supergirl movie. The
Oh,
one
it's
with the-
great. Helen Slater, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, if you're looking for a good Helen Slater movie, because there's not a lot of them, The Legend of Billie Jean. That's a great movie. That is a great like '80s movie. Like very underrated.
Legend of Billie Jean.
Pat Benatar did the main song for it.
Nice.
I was watching it the other day, and I'm sitting there. The one song. Remember when we were in Best Buy the one day, and I bought that Pat Benatar CD, and you're like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what song this is.
Yeah.
Which song
That
is
it was Invincible.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like throughout the whole movie, they're playing Invincible. They're playing the background music, and I'm sitting there,
Well,
and I'm
you're-
like, why do I know this song?
Well,
Why do I know
you have
this
to
song?
know something. You're sitting right next to a huge Pat Benatar fan.
I do know that.
Yes.
This guy over here,
Paul.
Yep. Pat
he has
Benatar.
love is a
love-
battlefield. He has a love is the battlefield dance.
Can you dance it with me? Because I know the dance.
does
No,
the-
I do not dance.
Come
That
on.
is a lie.
Come on, Paul. You
Come on.
used to do the shimmy so good.
I'll go get my
The
prostitute
Pat
outfit out
Benatar
of my
shimmy.
car.
Come on, man.
I will go get like my flash dance prostitute outfit out of my car. Let's do this.
Lord.
He said prostitute.
I know. No, I'm not gonna edit
I wasn't
that
gonna
out.
say. I wanted to say something else, but didn't. But back to the Supergirl thing. Like, it could be fun. Like, I'm for it, especially because
Yeah,
we're not
I-
really getting a Batgirl movie now, and I think DC. Number one, I think it'd be a really fun way to kind of shoehorn Barbara Gordon into a movie, because that's what I really want. I just want a
I
Barbara
mean, you
Gordon.
could do that.
I want a Batgirl, and I want
True.
a Supergirl.
Wait, they were gonna
movie.
do a Batgirl movie?
Yeah,
With Joss
when Whedon
Whedon as
first
the
signed
director.
on for
What?
yeah.
Yep.
With Joss. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, Joss. After he fixed, or
Try to.
tried to fix, or maybe he broke Justice. Who knows? You get conflicting reports. But after he signed on with Justice League, they promised him a Batgirl movie.
And then he
But then he
cried.
walked away from it because he said there was too much studio interference.
Oh, I thought it was because he couldn't find an idea. That's what I read. He's like, I
No.
didn't have an idea. And I'm like, really?
No,
I thought all the Snyder fanboys chased him off.
Probably.
No, he left because they probably told him that he wasn't allowed to do certain things with Barbara Gordon. He didn't want.
Yeah, no wheelchairs. You know.
No, I
So-
think that's going to be like the huge thing for the Joaquin Phoenix nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
It
movie.
might,
Um,
or it might play into
but
Birds of Prey. I don't know what comes first.
Supergirl could be a lot of fun. And I think that is what DC is lacking in their movies.
Yeah.
Is fun.
Well, I think that the other thing too is they try.
Yeah, I think the only problem with when they tried to do it in Justice League, half of the movie was super dark, so it didn't
Yeah.
work. It was
But-
literally a movie directed by two directors.
But Kara's also not a dark character.
Not at all, no. So she
Like,
would
she's
be
got
a
her
good
moments.
introduction.
She's got her moments where, like, okay, some stuff has hit the fan, but I'm still Kara, and I'm gonna
Even
make
though
the best of it.
they are going to do Shazam, and that's supposed to be like their introduction to the more fun,
Yeah.
Marvel-friendly type universe, you know?
Well, so regardless, maybe hopefully something will come of it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
But yeah,
I also want a Superboy movie. Can we just work on that? Give me 90s Superboy with the bad haircut.
now
and the
now
leather
you're
jacket.
asking. Yeah, now you're asking for way too much. Now you're talking about incorporating cloning. And Lex,
Oh,
and you know what?
God.
You really want your Superboy to be half of the Lex Luthor they have in the movies right now?
I
To
would
be
like-
fair, though,
I would
they
like
have
to
the
take
Death
this
of Superman. They have
animated-
Reign of the Superman. Reign of the Superman coming out
I
soon.
I would
'cause Death of
also-
Superman. I love Death of Superman.
I
That
would
was
also
actually
like
really
to
good.
retract my statement now because I forgot about the Lex Luthor
About
BS.
Jesse Eisenberg being
Yeah,
listed.
that word that I
It's
can't.
Cherry.
What?
You remember that scene?
What did
from
you say?
When he shoves the cherry Jolly Rancher in that guy's mouth and went, "It's cherry."
He's so uncomfortable. I do. I want to say first of all, I hate the performance.
That is Scott Snyder's Lex Luthor.
I want to say I hate the performance.
Wow.
However, I give what's his Jesse Eisenberg credit for really putting together like a bang up crappy performance. Like he committed. And I felt by the end of it that he was not my Lex Luthor 100%.
Well, some really good live action and comic book news.
Go on.
Yeah.
The Bloodshot movie officially started filming today with Vin Diesel.
What was the video that he
Wow.
posted? Was it just him wearing a Bloodshot t-shirt?
No, it was him and the director saying that they were filming.
Okay. I was at work and I was trying to watch it and I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, no, it was just them saying, hey, we started filming, we're doing our thing. So
There is a few people that I follow. Actually, Valiant just posted it the other day,
yeah,
but they bluntly said like this is not an official like sanctioned art from us, but they thought it was so cool that they actually posted. It was someone fan art. I'm gonna call it or what is that? Concept art
okay,
Okay.
of Vin Diesel as,
nice,
and it wasn't the same ones that we've been showing each other.
okay,
I think I might have even saved it on Instagram
okay,
for you, and if not, I know Valiant posted it, but it looked pretty cool.
all right,
It looked more like a fan art than a concept piece, but
yeah. I don't know, but yeah, so that's we have that filming that's due out 2020 February 2020. So hopefully it's
do you have like a clock on your phone or something?
I have it's
I would believe it.
like yeah, that's what I really want.
Hey,
you to
look,
have.
I am excited. This is what I've been waiting for.
It'll
I
probably
mean, you
actually
may-
get people
you know what,
talking about
though?
the Valiant.
You might get it earlier if what's his face doesn't come back for the movie either.
Why?
For the Guardians movie.
Why would we get a...
No, Vin Diesel. If Vin Diesel doesn't come back for
What
it,
difference does it make? They haven't even started filming that yet.
I just
Also,
meant he'd
it's
have
just
all the free
him
time.
saying, "I am Groot."
Yeah.
Well, still.
So, but anyway, so
There's
yeah.
a pretty busy schedule of showing up to all the events, though.
Yeah,
promote the
but you
movie.
know what? But okay, so transitioning into the next piece of news, there's a good chance that David Bautista, aka Drax, will not be appearing in the next Guardians movie.
He's got a big enough film career. He's proven that he's a good actor.
Okay, but I mean, it's still.
I would. Yeah, he's kind of my favorite.
Yeah,
Kinda
you do
don't
love him
want him
playing
to-
the saxophone.
Yeah, well, he doesn't do that in the movies.
Not yet.
Yeah,
or
but-
not at all, depending on.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing. So right now, because of Disney's treatment of James Gunn, and right now if Disney decides to scrap the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 script, the David Bautista said he's gonna walk and he's not gonna reprise his role, even though he's contractually
He'll buy
obligated
his
to do so.
contract out. So was what's his face that played Red Skull? Look how well that worked out.
Okay, they're probably not gonna recast him.
No.
But I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? You think it's
I think it's a pretty decent play on this part because most of them have been like, it's not been the similar situation in terms of why, but Marvel actors have been like, just give me more money or I'm not coming back. They've done
Yeah.
it before. Downey most famous for it.
Well, didn't
So-
Downey do it because he wanted everyone to have the same amount of pay that he was getting?
He's getting like 50 mil a movie.
Yeah, that was the thing. He wanted them, I thought, to get the same amount of pay that he was getting.
Not to my knowledge.
No,
I think it
originally-
was just to get himself 50 mil.
no, because he was done after Avengers.
Yeah.
Technically, contractually, he was done after Avengers. He didn't have to be in another movie. And they had to go back in and they had to reassess everyone's contracts because he had to get signed on for Avengers 3 and 4, and he had to get signed on for whatever other appearances he was going to make. Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man Homecoming. So it was a big to do. So yeah. So right now, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's a money grab though.
No.
He's deciding not to do it because of the
He's standing with the director.
yeah, because of the direction of what they're doing with the movie. I mean, Paul, what do you think about the situation?
I don't care.
Tell me your really fe-
no,
your real
because they're
feelings.
gonna do what they want to do, and at the end of the day, as long as they can make a decent script and it's good, I don't care. Like, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I honestly don't care. Like, actors and people are gonna do what they want to do,
Yeah.
and you just have to, as viewers, we just have to deal with it and suck it up, and whatever they do, hopefully it's good. And if not, then
It's
you gotta
DC.
move on to something else.
It's either good
Or it's DC.
it's
Like-
either good or it's DC. That's what we're going with.
Well, like, this is the thing. I don't know if Marvel's going to take him back.
I don't think they're going to.
No, I don't think so either.
No, I don't think they're gonna budge.
No, they've already stated that they're more than likely not going to reinstate James Gunn.
I mean, and maybe give other movies a chance to grow.
Well, the thing is that, but you gotta remember though, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to be the starting point for the new direction of Marvel movies after with all the phases being done.
No. What phase are we in now? Like 12?
We're in phase 3.
Oh, God, it feels like forever.
Yeah,
So
I can't imagine, like, the box set when they're done. Like that $9,900 box set of all the movies.
So, but yeah, no, I mean that's the thing, you know. So, prepare yourself, Guardians fans. Good chance David Bautista is
Disappointment.
not returning
Sad times.
as Drax.
Sadly.
So,
He shall be sorely missed.
I mean, they could also scrap the whole original Guardians and do, like, a different team.
yeah, they could.
You know?
But at the same time, I mean, there's no saying that all the actors are going to walk either. But at this again, you know, you have, you know, he can, you know, if he wants to walk away from the movie, that's, you know, his prerogative. But at the same time, you also have the fact that he's being very, he's being aggressively vocal about this. He's not pulling any punches. He's not being, he's not trying to be diplomatic about it at all. He is being, he's being rude.
Even though,
at the end of the day,
take out the rude factor. He's the only one, though, whether you agree with him or not, like, he's the only one that's bluntly giving you an answer. Like,
but
Zoe...
what is he actually saying though?
He's turning around and he's calling Disney Marvel spineless for not staying behind James Gunn. He's saying that you know, everyone involved in it is propagating a fascist smear campaign. Like he's being pretty vocal.
Oh my.
Well, yeah. So for the most part, then you're saying that's why is they're not gonna easily, you know, he's not gonna.
Well,
be
I'm
coming back.
also wouldn't be surprised if him not coming back is going to be his choice or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see them politely asking him to not
But
come back.
It's also one of those things, though, at least that he's, whether we agree or don't, he has an opinion about it, and he's not trying to play the fence like some of the other actors on set are. Because
But-
even Zoe,
Yeah,
what's
good
her
for
name?
him, though,
Not
you
Deschanel,
know?
it's Zoe
Zoe Saldana.
Zeldana. She
Yeah.
was very, like, middle of fence about it. Like, any comment that she made against it directly after was made for it. Like, it was a very tight rope that she was walking.
I don't know. I think everything I saw from her was that James Gunn was nothing but a professional person on set. He was a great director.
Well, all of them signed the letter.
Yeah, but she flat out, she was saying that, you know, his tweets were his tweets. You know, she's not defending them, and they've all said that. They've all said they're not defending his tweets; they're defending the person he is right now, and they've all come out and said that.
Yeah,
But
he's just going a little more with it.
yeah, but you know, here's the thing though. This is one of those moments where, yes, I could wholeheartedly understand if Marvel Disney fired Dave Bautista as Drax, because he is saying nasty things about the company,
Yeah.
and he's doing it purposefully on his social media
Pretty
accounts,
sure
in
that-
interviews.
That there's a
Yeah,
or
So
He's
that's
probably not gonna be coming back.
this is a moment where if they decided to fire him, I could completely 100 back them on why they did it.
we'll find out.
So, but
Only time will tell.
yeah,
Like sands through an hourglass, so are the days of our lives. I got two in this
Oh
one.
my
really,
I'm just
really.
delirious.
Oh my god. Anyway, last up, again. Wow, this has been
What
kind of a
else
DC
do you
heavy.
have?
It's been a real DC heavy week.
We're over 2 hours.
But
Will has to listen to all this.
I do. Can
Hi.
we please just speed through this one?
so we have the villain for the Birds of Prey movie has been officially announced, and it is Black Mask.
Wow.
That's Will's feelings.
That's it. It's over. Wow.
Um,
I
disagree with all of this because
My main disagreement with that movie is that Harley Quinn is a part of it in any degree because
and yet
they're
she's
shoving her
on
down
your
our throat.
laptop.
What?
Harley's on your laptop.
Yeah, she came with the sticker set. I don't know what to tell you.
I
I
disagree
didn't buy
with
them
it.
individually.
Just don't use that sticker.
Yeah. I disagree with it.
No, because it's an even number. It decorates well.
I-
Whatever.
I still disagree with the idea of Black Mask because it should be a Gotham City Siren villain.
Yeah. I mean,
Because that was a legit villain from the comic book that carried over from Rue Baker's Catwoman book.
Yeah.
Or no, that was Pfeiffer's Catwoman book. I apologize.
Well, it was Brubaker and Pfeiffer.
No, Pfeiffer.
I just wanna
or
put this
Pfeiffer,
out
or
there.
Will Rue Baker pieces out and Pfeiffer takes over solo.
Yeah, but Brubaker was the one who initiated all the Rogues Gallery for that run.
Did he? Okay.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
I just want to put this into perspective for everybody listening
Please
and
do.
for everybody here around the table. We are getting a Joker movie, a Joker and Harley movie, a Gotham Sirens movie, a
Are we
Birds of
still getting
Prey
Gotham City
Yes.
Sirens?
movie
All right.
before Green Lantern, The Flash. Does Cyborg have
Oh
a
my
Cyborg
God,
got
is that
Cyborg.
still happening?
Cyborg was canceled.
Cyborg
I
was
figured
canceled?
it was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cyborg, all of these mainstay DC front characters that they've already introduced. Flash and Cyborg are out the window. Green Lantern is like one of the last movies on their intended slate, even
Well-
though half
Yeah,
of the
it's-
movies on their
They got
intended slate
television
got canceled.
shows. That's why.
Well, this is the
Cyborg doesn't.
Well,
Not yet.
no one cares about Cyborg.
He will. He's gonna
Cyborg
be
was
the
not
leader
a
of the Doom
member of the
Patrol.
Justice League.
Cyborg's gonna be the leader of the Doom Patrol and
Cool.
the DC Nation
Super.
downloading.
They've
streaming
already.
service.
Well, this is the thing. Like, at this point, I'm wondering if DC just needs to sell to Marvel. But no,
God.
That won't be
Yeah,
allowed.
that-
they
yeah,
can't.
they're
they
not
can't.
gonna do
It-
that.
it- that
no
that
court
is
is
will
a
ever.
monopoly.
No court will ever allow that.
no.
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 However, it's one of those things where maybe like end everything, give it some time, like give it some breathing room, and start over.
I don't see it being.
Can I just say who I really want to play Black Mask, and then we can be done? Christian Slater. I feel like Christian Slater has a really cool voice for it. Also, I kind of crush on Christian Slater, so there's that. I'm tired. What do you want?
Anyway.
You're watching Archer too much.
Yeah,
That's
you.
why.
Oh no, I crushed on him before. I actually went to bed to Heather's last night because I needed a good feel-good movie to go
Really?
to bed to.
Heather's was your feel-good movie?
Heather's was my feel-good movie.
Guys, I'm gonna straight up piss my pants right now if we don't end this. I need to go to the bathroom.
So let's end it.
You could have.
Please.
You could have just gone.
I don't want
I
to leave
smoked a
during the
ci-
podcast.
I smoked a cigarette. You could.
That's
go.
your decision. I
It
don't like to
was.
leave during the podcast.
Oh, well, you're a better person than I.
all
right, Devon,
all right.
end it.
So, all right, everybody. So that's all the news. That's all the fun, interesting things going on. Again, really heavy DC week.
DC week.
Which really.
I like how when I was like, "Hey, could I have this person on the podcast?" You were like, "I want it to be all objective, no company bashing."
Who was? Oh. Well.
You know what? But here, you know what? Here's the thing, though.
We've evolved.
It's not like we're
Evolved.
Evolved.
Okay.
I'm a
really
level 4
I wanted
because
to check your
because
terminology.
because honestly, it's all kind of come down to they're just making poor decisions again.
Poor
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's,
choices. They're making poor choices.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'd blame it more on Warner Brothers than DC.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause their
DC gets a
comic
lot of
books
the
are pretty
blame, but they
solid.
don't. The company themselves aren't really like, this
Yeah.
is what you should do. They don't have a. They tried to have Jeff be the Kevin Feige, but
He tried.
Jeff was like, nah, I'm just gonna write the Green Lantern movie. Which is
Yeah.
fine, because, Jeff knows Green Lantern, he knows what he wants to do, and he's written good Green Lanterns, so let him go.
So,
Once again, has Jeff really written any bad story?
most of his Justice League for New 52.
Yeah, but Darkseid War was pretty friggin' epic.
Darkseid War was good, but Forever Evil wasn't.
Was that it? Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he
Forgot
Trinity
about
War
that.
too,
Yeah,
or just
no.
Forever Evil?
No, he was Trinity
he
War.
was on
Oh.
Trinity War. He wasn't the main writer though.
Yes, he was, because he wrote the Justice League parts.
I thought he wrote. Okay, anyway, Will.
And this
Also-
nightmare.
And this. Note.
We're in an endless loop.
All right, Devon.
So,
Kill it.
all right, everybody. So this has been another October Country Comics podcast. Thank you for coming and listening.
Come to the store on Wednesday.
So yeah, stop in on Wednesday. Stop in, pick up Fantastic Four #1 this week.
Tell me what your feelings are.
Yeah,
about everything
we're
we've
gonna be
talked
doing
about.
some, hopefully do some fun stuff this week for all the new releases. Everyone's gonna like them. So yeah, this is Devon.
This is Will.
Steven.
Paul.
And this has been
The
October Country Podcast.